Hello friends, welcome back to the show. This week we have Mr. Hunter Seide, round number 3, I believe. Hunter is a ultramarathon runner, powerlifter, and the owner and head trainer of the Nomad Gym in Toluca Lake, California. Hunter embodies the balance between strength, endurance, and discipline. Through his own experiments with fasting, endurance, and mental conditioning, he has cultivated a lifestyle that demands resilience, purpose, and self-awareness. In this episode, Hunter breaks his 4-day fast and shares what happens when you push your body and mind beyond comfort. Expect to learn the recipe to staying in the game when motivation fades, the physical and mental benefits of extended fasting, what running 100 miles teaches you about pain and patience, and how understanding your own avoidance mechanisms can become the key to achieving your fitness goals. And before we get started, if this show has given you any value, please take the time to like and subscribe. My goal is to have conversations with the highest performers across entertainment, business, fitness, and art to inspire and help you get better today. Pressing that like and subscribe button will help me do just that. And here is Mr. Hunter Seide. Nate Biltz Podcast. Keep learning. Keep growing. Get better today. Mr. Hunter Seide, breaking the fast back on the podcast, round 3.
It's an honor.
Before we get into that, bro, why 4 days? Like, just because it's harder? Because you've done multiple 1 days, multiple 2 days.
Fasting.
1 3-day fast.
We did some together even, right?
We did 1 2-day fast together, 1 48 hours.
So today's day 4
Yeah.
of fasting. And it's a unique set of feelings.
Okay, what are the feelings? Is there a different feeling for each day? Like, do you learn more about yourself each day, or does the sensation of getting hungry go away after a certain time?
You know, you also are doing the hero's work
What's the definition of that?
by coaxing information and experience and wisdom from a whole bunch of people and providing it
To people. Yeah.
people.
No, it's cool. It's like documenting like my classroom. That's really it.
You see it as your learning. And how much do you think about people's learning as well?
More so now, because I know a decent amount of people listen, and
A lot of people listen.
yeah, and
People listen.
Yeah, people listen.
People listen.
Similar to training, I would say. I guess you could relate when you were early fitness guy. You told someone just to do something
Yes.
versus all the micro habits that get them in that position quicker. Does that make sense? So, like, for example, I would just say, just squat. Okay, there's so many micro details in squatting, right? It's like, how does this person's hips work? So, like, okay, go slightly past shoulder width apart, right? And if your hips are, depending on how they are, it's like, okay, put them 45 degrees out versus straight versus
Technical details.
yeah.
Yes.
And do that the first time around so it doesn't take them forever to get into correct position or hurt themselves. So similar to that, it's like I used to just bullshit around a lot of topics before, and now I try to get to the things that I want to understand and learn quickly.
And then once you
more
experience some of that knowledge,
Yeah.
you integrate it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you feel even better about sharing it with
the world.
viewers.
Yeah.
That's powerful, man.
Yes, sir.
That's powerful. It's storytelling with values inside of it.
Yes, sir.
It's a lost art, isn't it? It's a lost art.
Lost art for sure.
People, when people pass stories down,
Yeah.
it's sharing the accumulated data.
Yeah, for sure. Passed down for generations. That's how like every story was told.
Every story.
And information was brought down too.
All the
Cooking,
information.
right?
Yes. Cooking. What is everything?
Yeah.
What is this weather phenomenon? What are the seasons? What is the prey and the predator? Everything has been passed down. More technical knowledge has been passed down via story, via mystical story.
Is this getting somewhere closer to the 4-hour fast?
Oh, that's right. We were meant to talk about fasting. Okay, so the fast, Nate asked me to be on this podcast to discuss a 100-mile ultra marathon, which happened recently. And
Conquered.
And when you asked me to be on the podcast, the first gut reaction was, I need to be more if I think I'm going to be of value to this thing. An anxiety, sort of. Yeah. Like, here's this deadline this Friday. Right now, we're doing it on a Friday. Happy Friday. I need to be more. I'm frantic. Oh, my gosh. To be on a thing like this, a podcast that people are going to listen to with real thought and curiosity, dedicate their time to, I need to be more. I need to, 4 days, how much wisdom can I accumulate in 4 days?
Just starving myself. I'll find something else that I could talk about, which is actually very true. Like,
Very true.
You've probably learned a lot of lessons from doing this 4-day fast.
Exactly.
And I could talk about it.
Yeah. And first, and this makes sense for people who think like we do with the curiosity, the step one was like, oh, let me basically do a research project. Let me look back to journals, to my experiences, to things I was putting down and putting out there, and maybe watch other podcasts to accumulate data about 100-mile marathons, studies, all this type of stuff. And I'm frantically thinking through that, and it just doesn't feel right. Like, none of that feel, although it's all related and perhaps quite valuable. It felt wrong. And fasting for 4 days seemed right. The right thing to do.
So I guess why was the 4-day thing? Like, was it way harder than the 3 or the 2 or the 1? Because 2 days is like extremely hard 1 day is extremely hard for most people.
Yes. Well, you'll be surprised. One day you can do it on a whim. You've probably done it recently without planning it, without noticing it, right? Would we say that about a lot of people?
I don't think most people could go to sleep hungry.
Let's say they had...
They definitely could. It's just they don't want to.
Let's say you had a big dinner and you had a busy day the next day, and then maybe like an early dinner because you were so packed.
Yeah.
That was okay, so that may be a common story for some people.
That could be feasible.
So let's say you've probably done a 24-hour fast or something near that in your recent past.
Probably
and been totally
maybe
fine.
18.
18. Okay, great. Not even thought about it. Okay, so now we add intention and thought and a predetermined
Should we
discipline
hit this right now?
Oh, we're gonna hit the spot. We're gonna hit in a second. Yeah. Of course, you can do 2. Okay, you do 2. A dinner, go to sleep, do the whole day, go to sleep hungry, and the next day you can have dinner. That's reasonable. That's not crazy.
Not crazy. To a lot of people, it's crazy. For someone who practices it multiple times, it's not as crazy.
Yes.
Like, I have a client who's doing a 36-hour fast every month.
Awesome.
Sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a very human thing. Nobody coded, nobody programmed a digital
lunch,
experience.
Or breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So why do we even eat that way?
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
Because the textbook said it when we grew up.
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, basically some human.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually those recommendations in different times in history were
all different.
Sponsored by General Mills
Sure.
or Quaker or Pepsi or, whatever it is, right? Like, why do we eat the way we eat with the schedule? And then we have all this knowledge of all this messaging and things we've seen and heard. oh, you can't go 2 hours because your blood sugar is going to be a certain way, and people get hangry. There are terms for it, hangry or pangs, right? The hunger pains.
Yeah.
It's built into our understanding that we're supposed to be eating either these 3 regular things, or now it's this intermittent fasting that's very hip.
Super.
Snacking, small snacking, supplements, pre-workout, post-workout.
I mean, there's
bars,
so many philosophies.
Chews.
So many philosophies.
Endless philosophies.
Yeah. And I think most of them are right. In the sense of like, if your goal is to XYZ, if that's to like lose weight, you could lose weight by fasting as well as snacking, as well as counting.
Absolutely.
All of them work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For whatever goal.
For whatever goal.
Yes. And in that, clearly after 4 days or 3 days or 2 or even, you discover you're fine. You're totally fine with whatever's stored in you or from the previous meal 4 days ago, or whatever it is. You're okay.
You'll be okay.
And you're doing your regular daily stuff, and you'll be surprised at how smooth you feel. And that is all to say, the anxiety to eat, I've always felt before, is that hunger? Well, hunger is meant to be a nutritional necessity. I need nutrients or else, right? But here I am 4 days, way longer than I've ever chosen to put between snacks. And I'm fine. And I'm past those initial anxiety feelings. I need to eat. Those will go away in 2 days. Day 3, day 4, oh, I'm okay. Those feelings I was feeling before that my whole life have led me to the fridge or the pantry or the store, they're gone. So it would make sense that the longer you go into the fast, the more nutritional urgency you build, right? The more necessity you need. The further it goes.
That's what you would think.
You would, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's totally reasonable. So if the time is going like this and my hunger is going like that, going down, then the feelings I've always interpreted as hunger are not
correct
nutritional necessity. They're not nutritional urgency. It's not my body needing some stuff.
Yeah.
It's something else that I've chosen to label as hunger.
Yeah, because I was telling you this outside. If someone says they're hungry and then you give them a chicken breast with no seasoning on it and they don't eat it, you're not really hungry.
You're not. If you were hungry,
yeah,
you would be thrilled by that flavorless ass chicken breast. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And most people, they're craving something, right? I want a burger or this and that. And I'm really hungry. And then you give them that chicken breast. They're like, no, I can wait.
Yeah, I can wait. Yeah. So was it nutritional urgency?
No, at all.
It's something else. And it's a great privilege to have food availability, right? Every corner has 4
everything
food things.
You could stuff your face.
Unlimited food things inside each of those. So it's limitless essentially for us. And the ability to get there and acquire it, and it's all there.
The barrier to entry is very low.
Yes.
Back in the day, the barrier to entry was very high. You would need like a bow and arrow.
It's exactly. The barrier is
and effort.
And lots of effort and patience.
Yeah.
And planning and waiting. And eating is special. It's a special addiction because you need to eat.
Yeah.
You definitely need to eat, or else eventually not eating will get you. So it's an absolute necessity, like water. Cheers, by the way. Food is an absolute necessity like water. So
there's never been pho broth on the podcast, which is crazy.
Please.
Are we going?
Soon.
Hunter's waiting to break the fast for the right moment.
It's going to be meaningful for us.
Okay.
We'll know when it hits.
Yeah.
We'll know when the moment's right.
Okay.
Food as an addiction or a compulsive behavior.
Okay.
Because of its ultra availability, of course. Food as a compulsion is special because the thing we're addicted to is also a thing we need to survive. So we have this convenient story. When I am just nervous about the next thing, an appointment coming up or a call, or I'm going to be booked for the next couple hours, I better pull into store and grab food, snack. I better go to the fridge if I'm home and pull food, snack. Again, it's not nutritional urgency, but because I need it to survive eventually, I have this convenient story about food that can shoo away any idea that it's compulsive or addictive or an avoidance mechanism for things I'm nervous about. Oh, you actually need this thing every time you need it. So there's a perfect story how to justify the food.
Yeah, and it also makes it easy too, because a lot of the sugars and chemicals in the food are programmed and designed to be more addictive, right?
Ultra addictive.
Ultra addictive. So
By
like
design.
if you are hungry, right?
Yes.
And then you have that urge, that feeling.
Yes.
And it's a necessity in the back of your brain too. It's like, oh, it makes sense to get it.
Totally.
You're convincing yourself every single time.
The story is very strong.
Very strong.
To grab that snack, even it's a compulsive behavior. So we've built, it's tough because this story is built so strong. The combination of marketing, the combination of designed ultra processed items that are meant to be ultra addictive.
Yeah.
The story unique about this type of addiction that it's a thing we actually need, food, to survive. So we've got that convenient justification. All those things build this massively strong story to just keep eating mindlessly, thoughtlessly.
Yeah.
Even when we clean it up, think of the macros, the micros, whole food sources, even when we go to that degree. So what's in the fridge is beautiful. And that's an amazing thing to do. Congratulations if you're doing it. We still often will use those items as avoidance tools. It's much like I grab my phone and look at the feed. Do I really need that information? No. But I'm uncomfortable about waiting for something that's coming next, like an appointment, like a deadline, like somebody coming for a meeting or some interaction, or the workout or whatever it is, waiting for the run. That food thing, it's even stronger than the phone. The phone, we don't need it to survive. The food is like, whoa, you need me. You literally need me, or else.
Yeah.
So the addiction power is the
I
strongest.
also, I guess, realized from this last bodybuilding show how much attention I gave to deciding what I ate. And back in the day, I think you would agree, is you didn't get to think about what types of food you ate.
You don't get to think about it.
You got what you got.
You got what you got.
You got what animals or plants were around you.
Yeah.
Right?
Whatever
And-
the land and your effort and your community were able to
get you.
manifest. Yeah.
And so I didn't realize, I was like, I spent so much time and attention thinking about my next meal or where to go to, or and then I did the bodybuilding stuff, and most meals every single day were the same. And so I just got what I got, kind of what I was programmed into my diet. And I didn't realize how much focus I got back. I was putting that focus other places, but I was like, whoa. Like, I spent all this attention and time and energy thinking about my next meal.
A lot of time
Crazy.
spent.
And so that plays into the addiction as well. You're thinking about it all day.
Big. It's that chase. That hunt. And they say there's a different brain chemistry for the seeking, the pulling over to grab the thing, than there is to the consumption. So the hunt is a separate human pursuit than the eating. So maybe those times we just want to hunt, right? Maybe those times we're hungry. We just have hunt desires, and we've conflated it with consumption, because in our world, there's no, it's one and the same, right? We, like you said, we don't have to put out effort to go get the thing from the land and the season and whatever.
So you realize this from the 4-day fast.
The 4-day fast shows you've been eating as an avoidance mechanism. And hunger is something yet to experience only through a long fast. True nutritional urgency is that. And
When do you think that tipping point is?
you will find it. You will see it.
Yeah.
You will see it. You realize, oh, these urges, after a couple, whatever, after some time, when they go away, you see those were not hunger. Those were not nutritional
Eventually.
urgency.
That could be like 10 days, though.
Maybe, well,
Or more.
you can see I'm not in a hurry to break my 4-day fast right now.
Yeah.
So at a 4-day stage where I was working out all day long with clients and running every single day in this heat wave while fasting, I still don't feel like I know what hunger is. I'm not in a hurry to consume this.
Yeah.
However, the feelings of compulsive eating as an avoidance mechanism have calmed just from the commitment of fasting. So you can see what those feelings mean, and you can investigate the future idea proposed of what hunger might be.
It actually could be way longer than that, bro. Last podcast that I just released today,
Yes.
we talked about the Guinness World Record fast is over 365 days.
A year.
It's a whole year.
I'm talking about 4 days.
I know.
A year is insane.
He had more, he was 400 and something pounds. So he had the nutrients on his body.
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty of fat. Right now, I've got more to go. There's more here stored.
Isn't that crazy?
For more
though?
days of fasting.
Isn't that crazy?
So I can't talk. But yeah, it's very impressive.
Yeah.
Very determined, very disciplined.
But like, even if you go to that point, it's like, was he experiencing real hunger yet
Maybe.
after 365 days?
I would hope so. So, okay, this eating thing that we do need to live. We've been built to overcome that challenge over generations and generations and generations. If you can get the food, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
It's because a bunch of people did that. So we need it. As a compulsion, it's powerful because we always can tell ourselves a story that we do need it. And when you take the opportunity to not respond to those urgencies, you discover that hunger is something you've yet to experience. And compulsion is something you were experiencing.
Yeah.
And avoidance of something you're nervous about doing or want to avoid. And the use of tools like that, with great stories around them, with which we can avoid the things we're facing, limiting that process is where ultra marathoning needs you to go. I have an urge. I'm feeling drowsy. Somebody might, I'll pop a caffeine pill then. I'm thirsty. I'll take a sip of the stuff. I'm feeling down, so I'll rip a gel and squirt a gel. In here, I'm a little warm. Nate, can you go dial the AC down 1 degree? Here comes an appointment I'm nervous about. I'm nervous about. I'm going to pick up my phone and search the notifications one last time. Before they show up. One last time. And it's when the discomfort shows up, we grab a tool outside of us to avoid facing it. And that process, making that habitual, like I've done, like many of us have done, takes us away from the thing, from the stuff, from
Bro,
the
you just
wisdom.
made addiction way broader to every single human in the world. Because
and you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, exactly.
You feel it. We feel it is true.
Exactly, bro.
And most of my day is
Yeah.
probably cycles of that, honestly.
It
that
is.
have been trained with stories,
100%.
like the food marketing stories, like the hyper palatability influences, all that stuff. So things pull us away, and we've got all these tools to go away with. See a lot of ultra runners with headphones.
100%.
My mind's wandering. Let me put the song on. Oh, this isn't the one. Let me switch songs. I'm not getting the vibe. Let me switch another song.
Yeah. It's crazy how many people depend on that. like especially running.
We do.
Like and people in the gym too,
And in life.
and in life.
And in every single moment.
Yeah.
Every moment. I've got a coffee there
Yeah.
while I'm working. Maybe you do too. I'm kind of out of the moment. It's tough to stay focused. I'm literally going to run over to that corner where the coffee is and take a sip. Do I need caffeine to function at that time? Is the coffee the answer to my problems? No, but it's a tool that has a nice story around it.
And it's available.
And it's right there. I've put it there.
You put it there.
I've put it there.
Or society has been designed
To enable.
to enable it.
Yes, in our privileged world.
Yeah.
My knee hurts. Let me spray the painkiller on it. Oh, all this stuff. When
Or some clients when they're like, I'm super sore, Tylenol.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. When something of discomfort comes around, it's our nature to want to avoid it. And we use tools to do that avoidance. And when we practice that, we are missing the most important skill of enduring all things. And that's waiting in the discomfort. When you go back to that, it's usually pretty fine. I was running from the discomfort. I kind of made it up. And when you wait there in the discomfort before you grab the tool, even if it's an extra 5 seconds, and you ask yourself, how do I really feel right now? It's usually at least better than the discomfort you were running from.
100%.
Yes.
It subsides.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
And food has been that for me and will continue to even after these explorations.
Has that is that lesson from the ultra marathon, the 100, or is that from literally just as fast?
It is enduring, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is endurance of a thing, whatever you want to call it. Lack of your food, compulse.
Because you said when you were running, like
Yep.
you felt those feelings, and if you felt thirsty, you would drink. If
Yep.
You felt low, you would get some sort of carbohydrate and stuff like
a tool.
that.
Reach for a tool.
And
the
so,
music. Yeah.
Did you have that epiphany already, like during that run?
In training.
In training?
Yeah.
You had that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the wisdom, as we know from the Rocky movies, you prefer the training over the final fight, don't you?
100%.
Don't we connect with that?
Yeah.
There's something in there.
I think you do all the training. All the work is in the training.
Yep.
The final day. I don't know if you felt the same feeling. We both had like big feats this year.
Huge.
Huge.
Well, you continue to
Yeah.
have massive feats.
Massive feats.
Yes.
But for me, it was a bodybuilding show, and for you, it was your 100-mile race.
Big year.
And I wasn't nervous for like show day. I wasn't. I was relieved, kind of. I was like, oh, the work is done. Let's
What a
fucking
relief.
go.
The work is done.
And similar to you, you put in
Yes.
a ton of work, a ton of hours, ton of time in the mountains.
As we do.
And what was your feeling on that day? Was it relief?
What you said is spot on.
Okay. So similar.
The meat grinding
Yeah.
is in the training.
But you also know if you're not ready. Like your feeling that you had for this last race.
Well, do you know when you're not ready? You could delusionally believe you're ready, so you can enter the arena and build the experience, and likely failing as is desired.
I feel like,
and then once you know
Yeah.
you're ready, then you know that this feeling of readiness is a new true thing.
Sure.
Just like our exploration of hunger, right?
It's just like more epiphanies as you go through the journey.
The training is
You
where
know
it
the
goes
roadmap.
down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here comes discomfort. It's our nature to avoid it. In our time, we have so many tools to avoid it with. And we have all these great stories that justify it and make it okay. caffeine's good for these reasons. Food's good for these reasons. Water's good for these reasons. The timing of them, all this and this and this. And when we pause before we reach for the tool and study the true discomfort, this is endurance. This is enduring all the things we're avoiding doing. Mm-hmm. We avoided food for 4 days. Something else magical happens too. Food is so valuable. Food is so precious. What a sacred gift that the world plops this several molecule types out for us. Mm-hmm. It amalgamates in these specific ways. We've culturally told stories of how to get it into us, and then we have nourishment. What a beautiful thing. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
What? I appreciate food a lot.
Yeah.
After 4 days of choosing to not have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost nervous to do it because it's so sacred. Mm-hmm. And also being here with a buddy to share that phenomenon mm-hmm. and connect over that. It feels like so human, so sacred.
For what you understand about fasting for the body, mm-hmm. not just the mind and the strength that it takes to be able to do so.
Yes.
What are the benefits?
You can look that up.
You look
on
it up.
Wikipedia.
For you, though. for you, what you usually say?
Well, what I'm saying today with this
is
current,
yeah,
what's on our heads is all that truthful scientific characterization mm-hmm. of the benefits of fasting, the autophagy, the fat loss, the ketosis induction, mm-hmm. the emotional stability, the mental clarity, the endurance, the stem cell activity after refeeding, the immune system benefits after refeeding. Those are truthful scientific characterizations of what fasting does. Mm-hmm. And they're also stories that we choose to believe about the thing to justify the behavior. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's a pretty positive matchup.
Yeah.
Look that up on Wikipedia. Here, we're fasting
there was
to investigate pausing with discomfort and studying our use of this thing that is truly sacred as a very non-sacred compulsive tool to avoid discomfort with. And across the days of fasting, here we are understanding this thing is to be respected. We were using it like an addicted drug or alcohol before.
Yeah.
And we learned that we're good in those moments, that we're feeling food anxiety. Mm-hmm. And here we are to share this sacred ritual of
broth.
of broth. Amazing.
Bro.
First calories in 4 days.
96 hours, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever drank pho broth out of like a cup. That's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, what are your sensations right now?
Bro.
What are your sensations after 96 days of no calories?
This might be the best food ever created.
Isn't it crazy when it hits your palate, like salt again?
You see all the little fat?
Yeah, all the fat molecules at the top.
Man, that's precious.
Gargling pho broth is wild.
Whoa, bro. That's amazing. And we got some kimchi next, some homemade kimchi.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ram.
To break the fast.
To continue with some fiber and probiotics. Ultra marathoning. Mm-hmm. It's the same discussion.
Feelings.
It's the same discussion. And you can go further than you think, obviously. Mm-hmm. You can go longer than you think. Obviously, very specific training has to go down to give you those adaptations to make it realistic. Mm. There's no such thing as toughing out that much further
that many miles
than your limits.
Yeah.
We know the David Goggins ism that's so brilliant. You know, when you think you're done, you're probably only at 40% of what you can do. That's still bound to a limit, right?
Yeah.
There's 100 that you get at the end of that equation.
Yeah.
There's a true 100, right? So
like,
you do need to do the work, as with all things. You do need to do the work
like
to
if you
create.
feel like you're crying and dying at mile 10, there's no way that 60% gets you to mile 100.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if if maybe, whatever, that 40% rule is spot on.
Yeah.
And it has great wisdom in it. That when you're done and exhausted and you think it's all you can do, you're probably 40% of what you can actually do. However, the 100% that you get, extrapolating the math, needs to actually fit the challenge you're going for.
Yes.
So yes, you must do the miles, the time. I'm sure we can talk about all that technical stuff.
Yeah.
The training, the gear choices. You need to go through all that stuff to make sure your true 100% is the thing you're trying to do. And you can go farther than you think. You will hit that 40% of your 40% and want to stop.
Yeah.
And what will you want to do? You'll want to reach for an avoidance tool. You'll want to stop and post about it. You'll want to chill at the aid station and chat with the volunteers. I'll wait this out in front of the fire. You'll want to pop an extra caffeine tab before you even ask.
What do you mean before?
How strong is caffeine as a choice right now?
Yeah.
Maybe it is the right thing.
Yeah.
But you got to sit first. You got to sit in the discomfort.
It's
to
just
decide.
automatic sometimes.
Before you use it as a compulsive tool to avoid discomfort,
A drug.
yes, you must first pause, realize that you're finer than you probably thought you were. Of course, in some cases, not extreme cases. You're probably better than you thought you were. And you might not need that thing. You might realize you're just about to use it as an avoidance mechanism. And then the evil of that compounds. So then you use it. It's an outside of yourself tool to get that little boost for that moment. What we know about the dopaminergic chemistry.
Yeah.
You might get a little boost from that external tool of discomfort avoidance that you can justify with a nice story, like a caffeine pill. But then
It goes below baseline.
Exactly. After it does its work, oftentimes good work, now you're lower than where you started before using that tool. So if you can just pause in the discomfort before you do the thing that trades your baseline to something lower, which you can't afford too many of those, right? You can't afford too many of those hits over a long effort. Pause for a second. You probably don't need to use it. And then you can preserve that baseline, that awareness, that same determination for action. You can keep it there if you wait in the discomfort before you grab a tool of avoidance.
Yeah.
Yes. Doing that over and over and over and over is the skill. Again, of course, building your true 100%, making sure you train the way to create the specific adaptations, get the right volume over time. Yes, you need that. And then you need to be able to tap in to that state of yourself where when discomfort comes around, you shake hands with it first. You have a nice conversation about it first. You seek to understand. You show it empathy, this feeling of discomfort.
You welcome it.
You welcome it as something that's going to teach you. And making that process a habit creates your endurance. And the more you can do that over and over and over, the more you can, with a peaceful, happy, smiling mind, go to your true 100% or close to it.
And you could put that mindset in any aspect of life.
That's it, because endurance is everything.
Yeah.
It's a long game.
Long game.
Everything we could describe.
Infinite game.
It's an infinite game.
Yeah. Like the goal isn't to run 100 miles. The goal isn't to win a bodybuilding show. The goal isn't to achieve the thing. It's to stay in the game. It's to continue to do the thing.
Exactly as you said, to stay in it.
Yeah.
To stay in the game. When the game is discomfort and challenge, which it is, whether you choose it or not,
your body's going to deteriorate if you don't keep playing.
you got to stay in the game.
Yeah.
You got to stay in the game. And when I grab my phone and search through the notifications, I know I don't really need. I might need them eventually. They can wait. Maybe it's about something important. I'm out of the game. I jumped out of the game. And to jump back in it is now harder.
Very much so.
It's that, what you described. The baseline just got lowered. Boom.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I put it in a cookie jar sometimes and I time it. Because
Oh, the phone.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful practice. That's you fasting.
no, because it takes more willpower to fast. You physically lock this thing up. You can't physically shut your mouth, and tape it up. You can, but you just look weird.
You look super weird. Yeah. Shout out to mouth tape.
Shout out to mouth tape.
Keep it at home, please.
Breathe through your nose.
Seeing motherfuckers out with that shit, it's a little disturbing. Okay, it's a little strange.
I've done a trail with it.
I appreciate your effort, though. Yeah, it's okay. But who are you going to see on a trail? People who are maybe more likely to not be creeped out as much. They get it.
What if you're just driving with your mouth tape on?
At Ralph's, bro.
You've seen it at Ralph's?
In the Pringles aisle.
I don't believe
with
you.
The mouth tape
Have you
on.
seen it?
I'm like,
really?
blink twice, motherfucker. Like, are you good?
That's wild that you saw it at Ralph's. That's crazy. So
let's get back to the sauce here.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that
What
sauce.
inspired...
You're going to ask me a brilliant question.
Yeah.
And can we have another ritual?
What?
We're going to sip this.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm back, baby.
He's got calories, folks. I want to know if the feeling is better right now breaking the fast than a 48-hour fast.
It's like chewable, you know.
Yeah. Does your whole mouth like salivate? I mean, it probably.
I have less awareness of my liquid salivary glands, and I feel like the spirit salivating.
Okay. That's wild. Spirit salivating is crazy.
Endurance is just that process, the staying in the game thing.
Yeah.
The staying in the game thing.
For the 100 miles, what was your desire to run 100 miles? And has it always been that desire?
I don't know.
Initially, you didn't want to run 100 miles. Like off the gate when you started running like 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
That was not.
Almost 6 now.
Yeah, that wasn't your desire.
You know, powerlifting, physique, Ninja Warrior, high-level competitive jiu-jitsu, working in a gym all day. Obviously, active person. Right?
Yes.
My wonderful friend Avery, who is a lifetime excellent runner, an endurance runner with this great calm mind, he wanted to do the California riding and hiking trail across Joshua Tree. And it's a 37.5 mile through the mountains and the deserts and big long stretches without any kind of road access. Of course, no service the whole time, the whole nine.
No service. There was no service on the road.
Big adventure type level ultra run.
Wow.
And
37
to
miles?
be doing solo and unsupported, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, 37.5 I think is it gets to 40.
Okay. Oh, he was going to do it by himself.
Well, he really wanted to do it.
Okay.
It was the beginning of that pandemic time. We're all searching for purpose, meaning, etc. And he finds this thing. My first ultra, I want to go do this. I'm like, great, sounds wonderful. I'm gonna help you plan it best I can.
Yeah.
I'm good with Google Earth. You know, like whatever.
You didn't know trails at the time?
No.
Zero.
I mean, I hike around LA at that time.
Yeah.
Right. Like you use an app and it tells you where to pull up to. Like,
Sure.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Such a cool tree.
Yeah, and then, like it's your Sunday.
Yeah.
To do like 2.5 mile, 4 mile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
4 miles and 1,500 feet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Avery wanted to do the California riding and hiking trail in Joshua Tree. I'm gonna help my buddy as he's gonna do something dangerous. I have to help. I want him to survive this thing.
Yeah.
So we're planning. Okay, we're gonna find somebody from jiu-jitsu or somebody who will do it with you. Okay, and we're going to search, hitting all the contacts. This guy runs. This guy runs. This guy does mountaineering. No. Nobody's interested. Nobody wants to do it. Avery's determined enough where I'm scared. I know he's going to do it.
Yeah.
I know he's going to do it. This is a determined man.
Yeah, he's very determined.
And
His
now
100 miler was crazy.
now we've got all the details, right?
Yeah.
Now it's laid out. Like, the supplies, the pacing. Okay, now it's even closer. And I just was panicking as a loving friend.
Yeah.
I was panicking. Like, how can I provide this dude support?
Yeah.
And I put on all the gear that we decided he was going to take and all the supplies. And I put the shoes on that I would use and the jacket on that I would use if it were me.
Yeah.
And I ran outside my door in Glendale and started running the sidewalk. And I ran and I ran and I ran as hard as I could. And I endured as far as I could. And I really pushed myself to the core. And I looked down and it was 2 miles.
That's wild. Like, you really felt like it was tough.
Crushed. What, at that time in my life, that was probably that 40%. Okay.
Yeah.
But that doesn't extrapolate to 37, right?
No.
Okay. So, I have to do the adaptations. Didn't know anything about it. So the next day I wake up, I'm pretty sore. My shins are pretty messed up. Screw this. The next day I wake up, all right, kind of recovered. Let's try it again. Okay, we get 4. Oh, wow. Learned a little something. Still delusional. You can't then believe.
You hit 4.
Yeah, you can't then believe you can do 30. Like, it's stupid what I was thinking and imagining. But again, it was out of panic to support a loving friend. Mm-hmm. And then I did 6. And then I'm like, now I believe I'm going to go for it. And I did 10.
6 to 10.
Damn.
6 to 10 is crazy.
This is like basically a week of me just beating myself up and being stupid. Then, I told Avery.
And this is on the road.
Yeah, all sidewalks flat.
This is all sidewalks flat.
All flat sidewalk, no mountains.
Okay.
I think the 10 the stairs in Silver Lake, along with the lake route.
Okay.
So there was some elevation gain. Stairs. It's not real. I told Avery, I'm like, dude, I ran 10. He's like, what? And of course, to him, it's no big deal. So he's giving me a generous reaction.
Yeah.
Cool. So you could probably do 14 then. I'm like, sure. He's like, okay, this Saturday, let's do this loop in Griffith Park with hills. It's about 15, 14.
Okay.
And if you can do that, let's go together. Let's go hit the 37.5 California riding and hiking trail. And I'll go slow so you can keep up. It's all good. And I just believed him because he told me that story. I'm like, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'll just believe that.
Yeah.
So we did the 15. It was a blast. I was crushed and hopeful. And
wait, you did the 15 pretty easily?
The 2 miler that I did
Yeah.
was on Thanksgiving of 2020.
Okay.
And on Christmas night, December 25th, 2020, we're pulling up to the trailhead of the California riding and hiking trail, 37.5 miles in Joshua Tree. And we did it.
That's crazy.
And we did it.
It was one of the
I was
toughest things.
crawling at the end
Okay.
to be dramatic, but maybe that was my 80% of the time that I went to or something, 90. And we did it. And then it's like, this is a beautiful adventure. Look at what we did together. We overcame this. And then we did something like that again. And now it's this hobby we share during this time where everything's shut down. Just the story of a lot of people's hobbies, of course.
And that was Avery's longest run at the time too?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
First ultra. He had done a bunch of street marathons. He had never done a trail ultra.
Yeah.
So we did this, and then we did it again. And then every weekend I'm like, yo, Avery, I got another cool route. Like, let's do this.
Sick.
Okay, cool. And then just pop, 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 pop. And then pretty soon we're like, 2 years later, maybe we can actually make the cutoff
For a 50.
for a 50 miler.
Yeah.
Signed up, failed. Got pulled halfway through for being too
border
slow.
run?
That was San Diego. That was the PCT 50
Oh, okay.
in San Diego.
PCT 50.
Dope.
Pacific Crest Trail.
Pacific Crest Trail 50.
Okay.
Great experience. Then, we have a glimpse. Now maybe we know more what it's like to actually be ready. So we trained all summer, and we did the Santa Monica 50, the Samo 50 miler.
Okay.
Will Rogers Park.
The one that's burnt down now. R.I.P.
Shout out to Will Rogers. Beautiful. Did the Samo 50. I think it was like 14 minutes. Sergio, Avery, and I. 14 minutes before the cutoff, something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
That one hurt.
13 hours and some whatever. And for a 14-hour cutoff,
How many miles was that?
50 miles.
No, how many miles did you get to? Where they cut you out?
Oh, no, we did it.
You did it?
Yeah.
You made it by 14 minutes.
We made it.
Okay.
Just right there. Damn. Right there. Headlamps coming down this.
What was that feeling like?
Beautiful. And, of course, then you feel oh, I'm actually not dead. Oh, now that I think about it, it was great because everybody had left. The race was empty, and our rides home weren't there yet. So nobody was there to see us. And we experienced it, the three of us together. So essentially, there's nobody to put a show on for. So like, can I like hold my leg and go, oh my God, I'm cramping it. Oh my God, that was so hard. Hold me. I'm gonna fall in the car. We didn't have that audience. To put the show on. So when I just paused and asked myself, like, oh, how do I actually feel now that I don't need to perform for anybody and act like it's a great accomplishment? Oh, I'm actually cool. I could probably do 20 more. All right, I'll just keep this in my head for later. And then you play with that. Okay, how about 100K? 62 miles.
Does the desire stem from just to see what you physically and are mentally capable of? Because the reason why I asked that, and I get this a lot too for the things that I decide to do or physical things that I decide to do. It's like, bro, you're crazy. I would never do that.
You are crazy for the record.
You know? No, I'm just saying that we get that a lot.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
And sometimes it's just normalized by hanging out with you a lot too, because I think I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for a 6 miler. And then people are like, what?
Bro, that's crazy. Sick.
And I was like, I've been hanging out with Hunter.
It's a 10K.
A lot.
When it's just normalized.
Yeah, when because you're like, when you're training for the 100 specifically, you're like, yeah, I'm doing 30 miles this weekend. And then I was like, what? And then he kept saying it, and I was like, okay, this is just, he set the new normal. So it's the new 6 miles at 30 now.
So then there are a lot of strategies for getting to that 100K or getting that 50 miler.
100%.
And you see all the programs too for the marathon, and they're all very reasonable. They're all very logic based.
Yeah.
Do this miles, this miles, this miles on the weekend, do 2 of these, and then blah, blah, blah. And when you build up to 2 back-to-back whatevers, Saturday, Sunday, excuse me, then that means mathematically you're ready for the big race.
I've never followed one of those.
Interesting.
Have you?
Plenty of them will say for a 100 miler. As long as you can do back-to-back marathons, Saturday, Sunday in the mountains, and survive it as your peak week or whatever, then you're ready for 100. And I would do that. And then the time you get to like mile 49, mile 50, mile 60, you're like, whoa, what do I do? I don't know these feelings. These are a completely new set of feelings. Maybe I did the math to prepare myself theoretically for 100, but the mile 50 feeling, the mile 60 feeling is a very novel situation. It's not just a ramped up version of mile 20 or 30.
No,
it has its own experience. You might be chafing in places at mile 60 that you don't chafe with back-to-back marathons. You'll never discover where to address things and how to address and find a tool for it.
Yeah, it's an unknown area for a lot of people because there's especially a lot of marathon racers. They're like at mile 20, it's when you have to dig deep.
Yep.
But that's just the game that you're playing.
That's just the game that you're playing.
Like if you expand that game to a bigger horizon, you do not know the feelings that come with it.
Where do you blister?
Or the problems that you experience. Yeah.
Yeah. How are your tools for you? How are your clothing for you? How's your mind?
Yeah.
What does it feel when you do 100, something that big for slow, regular people like myself? And it takes.
You're a lot faster now than you were 5 years ago.
Some people do 100. Plenty of people do 100 in 24 hours and less. I think one of the guys there did it in like 16 or something.
Are you serious?
Something crazy.
That's crazy.
But for myself, and even for those people when they do longer races like 200s and 250s, what do you do when you see a full sun cycle? How does that affect your spirit? Like, yeah, I can run from the 50 miler.
Like
I can run from morning to night.
Twice? Seeing the sunrise twice?
All those weird things.
Okay.
Being out there when you're not supposed to be out there.
What is that like? Seeing nature? No, I'm curious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got myself to the point where I can run all day. But when the sun sets, I don't know what those feelings are like. I don't know what that challenge specifically. I can tell you what, it's more than just running the necessary miles to mathematically work out to be able to do 100 on your feet.
Yeah.
It's way more than that. It's something different. And you must investigate that to learn what's necessary to move with that.
That's why you're running that fucking butt crack at dawn and like 2 a.m.ers and shit.
Yep. So this race started at Friday night, 6 p.m. with the sun down. So right out the gate,
It's dark.
you're moving into not just darkness. It's one thing to start at darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we woke up at 2 a.m., did Mount Whitney or whatever. Okay, cool. Amazing, by the way. But when you're out while the sun is setting, it's a specific signal to your brain to
go to
shut
sleep.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the alarm hits and it's 5 a.m. every morning, I go to work. Okay, I'm waking up in the dark. So what? The next thing I'll experience is a sunrise,
Yeah.
is a turning on signal for myself, for my spirit. But when you are out there while the turn down signal happens, it is powerful. It's powerfully tiring. So you must investigate that. I knew the race was 6 p.m. I attempted it 2024, same race, same place. And I know when that sunset hit, I'd never experienced that. I've trained at night plenty. I've trained early morning, starting at midnight, starting at 1 a.m. to prepare for this stuff. But I had never experienced the sunset.
So you started
Signaling.
training at 6 p.m. as well.
So I did that race. I got crushed. I chose to bail early at 70 some miles with the Achilles injury as well.
Yeah.
Separate story if you want to talk about it. But I know what defeated me in that race was the sunset signaling in my brain and the wave of tiredness that set off. And of course, I was just napping over and over and over again to respond to that tiredness because I was so unfamiliar with that type of discomfort. And I was scared to sit with it. And I was avoiding learning about it by taking these naps over and over again. Probably a lot of them I didn't need to sleep, but the tiredness was so
You took a lot of
uncomfortable.
naps during the race,
During the fail.
during the field.
Yep. So whatever, I'd bail early that time. And with that, I learned. Okay,
Were those planned? The naps planned? Those ones were just like, I am exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
Because of the sensations that I'm feeling.
because of the sensations.
of the morning wake. Or yeah.
Going through that night. I made it to the next morning, but
Yeah.
I was already ruined, you know, and confused. And
Yeah.
I chose to cower instead of
I mean,
sit
most
with it.
people feel that sensation if they work late at night too. Like
Absolutely.
if they are stuck staying up working on a computer until like 3 a.m. or something too, they feel those similar feelings the next day. And to add on the physical aspect of running, of trying to go as far as you can physically,
During.
I couldn't even imagine.
Wild.
Yeah.
Challenging. So, again, it's a thing that you have to practice.
Yeah.
Then I discovered that. So then I practiced and I practiced and I practiced. And I did a solo attempt that started at night. Failed that one. Got to 75 miles. Great elevation gain. Then I did a beautiful race, Machete Madness 100. And that
That was a pretty
November.
trail.
Yep.
That was a pretty trail.
Nate showed up to help pace me. Started also at 6 p.m. Got crushed. Was a little better at it.
Yeah, dude, but that elevation
Was a
on
little better at
that
it.
elevation was crazy. The second mountain,
Very technical race.
yeah.
Very technical race. And I learned something special in that race that I didn't really know until the 100 happened. And that's how much of me is just behaving to acquire external validation from people I care about, like you, my friends, people watching who I don't know, whatever it is, in the comments, whatever, seeking external validation. And it became clear to me because, and you'll remember this, I was doing very well, cruising, handling this technical terrain that was beautifully set up. And it was very lonely, spent a lot of time solo in the dark that night. Then my buddies show up as I'm starting to feel that 40% feeling that I've done all I can do mentality. My buddies show up. They run a lap with me of this massive, awesome terrain. Now, my people I've been seeking validation from, two of the figures, they've seen how tough it is. Now I feel at rest. Now I can quit. I I got the validation. If I was seeking validation, I got it. Since that's how I was always defining myself, I got it. Now I can quit. Now I can limit myself because my buddies came and they were like, damn, bro, that's a really hard course. I can understand that you would be tired. And then I'm like, I got what I need. I got what my ego needs, baby. Let's be out. Let's go get pizza, bro.
Yeah.
I don't need to keep doing 4 more laps of this shit.
Yeah.
And we went and we had a beautiful night.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget. I was embarrassed. So I didn't want the race director to watch me DNF. I wanted to do it stealthy because I was so embarrassed. I knew I quit early. And I knew it was because I was putting my ego as the thing to serve. And external validation, of course, is the thing that serves that. Okay. Is
that the story you're telling yourself?
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
This is real. But it took months to understand this. Okay. So I'm embarrassed. I know what I've done to myself. I know.
How did you come to that conclusion?
It's happening in the moment.
Yeah.
The intuition is guiding all this stuff.
Okay.
And that was my avoidance tool for the discomfort that day. I got the external validation that my stupid ego wanted out of this race by my friends being there and seeing me and doing a lap with me and telling me, oh my God, this is so hard. How did you do this already 6 times?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Crazy.
And I was like, oh, I got the ego stroke I need.
Yeah.
I can quit at my 40%.
That was really hard though.
And so I quit. And again, I'll never forget this. I'm trying to escape in a stealthy way so as to not alert brilliant race director Victor that I'm quitting. I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I'm quitting because I'm tired. I've reached the end of what I can do. I can't do anymore. Right? Hold on.
Yeah.
That's the story. I'm quitting because I can't do anymore. I've done all I can do. No, I'm really quitting because I got my ego stroked by my buddies and I was seeking external validation the whole time, frivolously, surface level bullshit. And I got it and I let it break me and I chose to quit and I was so embarrassed. And the part I'll never forget is I had all my setup, my heavy trunk of stuff and liquids and ice, and then a whole bunch of bags of gear and a whole bunch of heavy food that still hadn't been consumed yet. And I trip after trip to my car running with these items. I wasn't tired. That wasn't all I could do. I just did a ruck. I just carried this massive cooler full of ice and foods and liquids to my car to avoid embarrassment.
Yeah.
Because I quit and I cowarded.
Yeah.
I clearly wasn't done with effort, right?
No.
I was able to run my heavy items from the race center to my car to get out of there so fast that I wouldn't get caught, so I wouldn't have to feel the embarrassment of making myself quit.
Now looking back at it,
How small is that?
Yeah, you were walking.
How small is that? I ran the next morning, first thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, you were walking pretty okay.
I was running.
Yeah.
With a Yeti full of ice,
I remember.
bro.
That's crazy.
So I knew I had to be more. The avoidance tools, the seeking of external validation,
The desire for sleep again, because it turned dark early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little rain that night, I think,
Little
too.
rain that night.
So what? It's more discomfort that if you pause and sit with it, shake hands with it and learn from it and seek to understand it, show it understanding before you quit or cower out, you'll find there's a way. And it's usually fairly simple. And you usually feel better than you thought you would about it. I avoided that one. I quit. Boom. Failed. So I know now there needs to be more. I figured out what the sunset feels like. I did the miles in the training to mathematically get up to 100. I experienced some of those long event feelings, 70 some miles, 75 miles, 66 miles, those attempts. So I've got the technical know-how. Okay, now I have to be more. Now it's about how I use the technical tools. It's bigger. It's bigger than the technical tools. Those are a given. The miles, the hours, the training, it's a given. The nutrition, That's just to show up to the idea. That's what you put in. But you have to be more to take it to that 100% if that's where you're taking it. And all avoidance mechanisms had to be questioned. The first thing I did after that race, boom, I'm gonna get rid of all processed food, even if it's sports fuel, marketed as sports fuel, which most of that stuff is ultra processed food, as you know. With
The new
crazy ingredients.
Gatorades and
Yeah, the
all that
Gatorades, the
stuff.
chews, the gels,
Yeah.
the pocket this, the bar that, the waffle, all that stuff. It's all ultra processed. Just as bad as the worst foods on the shelves are. These ones have just been curated to their macros and micros and marketing towards sports performance.
Yep. It's what's in.
Yeah. So I'm going to get rid of all that.
Yeah.
It just felt like the right thing to do, to eat only natural foods, only whole foods.
So what's the diet? What's the intake?
You know, fruit, vegetable, meat, all the animal flesh proteins, eggs.
Did you have
whole
specific
milk.
ones specifically for prepping for the race?
First, get rid of the most compulsive oriented stuff, and that was the ultra processed foods. So let me get all that out. No Gatorades, no Powerades, no nothing.
Overnight, everything gone.
Boom. I knew it's what I needed to do.
Yeah.
It just felt like the right thing. Didn't come from a specific program or a coach. Just, okay, this is what I have to do. And okay, I'm at work. Here comes the next appointment or the next thing. And I'm about to check the notifications and sit with the discomfort before you reach for a tool with which you can avoid the discomfort. Just pause. That's all you got to do. The coffee's there in the corner. The person went to the bathroom at my appointment. I can go grab a coffee. I'm just nervous about what's coming next. I don't need the coffee. I'm fine as I am. Sit with it. Something I have to do before things I don't have to do that I'm going to do to just avoid and lollygag around. Do it right away. It's okay. Do it first. You got to put some things away right after the thing. Put the things away. Get the things organized. Making a habit a way of being. When the discomfort's here, shake hands with it. Show it understanding. Deal, learn, keep your baseline awareness stable. Instead of chipping away with all these moments of avoidance, of all these exogenous tools, things outside ourselves. Exogenous dopaminergic agents like loud music, pre-workout, sip of coffee, this tool, that tool, checking the notifications. Every time when those feelings would come up, the training is now to prepare for this 100. Sit with the discomfort first and make a habit out of being with that.
Not just running.
Running's a given.
Yeah.
Running's a given. It's a way of being. You have to then apply it during a run. Okay, great. Whatever specific fun example. You can apply it to a million things. When you apply it to the run, I got to 100 miles. No problem.
Why did you decide to use that epiphany or that lesson in sitting in the discomfort towards running? Because you were really good or are really good at jiu-jitsu as well as lifting weights as well as powerlifting.
Great.
All these other avenues.
Yes.
You're very good at.
Yep.
And
unfortunately, this is going to upset a part of myself.
Yeah.
And maybe some others. Powerlifting workout, 2 hours at the longest. Right? Hard jiu-jitsu session, maybe hour and a half of drilling if you're really focused.
Yeah.
Another hour of rolling if you got it like that. And for the wild pros, maybe you'll do that one more time in a day. I ran for 33 hours.
Some would say that's a waste of time.
Technically a waste in that it's gone.
Yeah. Tommy says this line that anyway, that time will pass anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does.
And it does.
Yeah.
And you decided to do it on that.
So 33 hours of all the things I've done
Yeah.
and used my toughness to get through. This is the first one where the toughness isn't enough. or at least the toughness I possess, was enough for all the other things in the 3-hour sessions and the 4-hour sessions and the 1-hour session of toughness.
Like tougher than like a 10-minute jujitsu roll or a 15-minute round.
It's over before you can find out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of amazing complex things that are happening in that 10 minutes, and it's beautiful, and it requires endurance.
Yeah.
But to stay in it, to stay in the game on anything for that long,
Yeah.
it's just a unique.
What do you say you were present
tools
most
you
of the 33 hours?
You catch yourself
Drifting.
focusing on a discomfort,
Yeah.
and imagining the tool that you're going to use to avoid it. Here comes the aid station. You're going to sit. You can take that lawn chair that's sitting there for you in the heated tent with the people who are going to pat your shoulder and tell you you're so amazing.
Yeah.
Or you're going to keep moving. Get your stuff, keep moving. All these little things. Here comes your home base again. Here comes home base every 10 miles. You're going to take that nap. You're going to chill. You're going to make a sandwich. I just need it. I'm just so tired. Or you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm pretty uncomfortable. How do I really feel right now? Yeah, I feel good. I feel okay.
How do you know where that line is? Because I don't want someone listening to this to be like, oh, I feel hunger. I'm not going to eat the sandwich. I'm not going to drink the whatever. And then they pass out type of deal.
Exactly.
And like, obviously you have the bandwidth and the practice and everything to know like where that's at. If you could give like the characteristics of like the certain feeling that you actually need to eat or you actually need the electrolytes or whatever, is that like when someone's cramping all over, or is it before that? You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to the same skill. Taking it too far, maybe in your history, I know in mine, taking it too far in other aspects has also involved avoiding showing the discomfort, understanding.
What do you mean?
To take it too far often requires ignoring what's the real truth there. If you just tough it out because, oh, people are expecting me to do this, and that takes you beyond your stuff, wasn't that avoiding the true sensations as well? Just like me quitting early
Yeah.
was me avoiding the, oh, I'm so tired. Taking it too far with a clouded mind similarly involves consciously ignoring what the truth might be. Because if you're really, when you really listen to yourself and to the thing that's humming, then you know.
But
I'm screwed up. I need to stop.
When you sit in the discomfort for long enough and you're like, oh yeah, I need the fucking piece of fruit.
Yeah.
I need to drink something right now.
Yeah.
After really analyzing it versus a reactive state.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Just pause. When you have a pause, study your intuition in the moment and your feelings. Cast away the stories you've heard about what sports fuel you need with what milligrams per hour for a moment, while those are valid and good to have. Just for a moment, put the tools away, the technical tools. Feel the truth of the thing. Ask it the question, hey, you're trying to show me something. What is it? And if we ignore it, either way, we might take it too far and hurt ourselves, or we might quit early and not explore what's really there. But either way, it's avoiding the pausing and the listening to what's really there. You know, you bring up jiu-jitsu, another good analogy is like, okay, I got my heel in this thing. Somebody's kind of ripping, and I'm kind of pointing my toe, and my calf is flexing, and I'm handling the power. I'm not doing a technically perfect escape, but I'm working on something, and I can kind of tolerate it right there. And wait a second, I'm at a tournament or I'm at an open mat and all these people are watching me and they expect me to beat this person or triumph here. And I'm thinking of all that outside stuff. And I know I need to tap to preserve my health, but I choose not to because I believe I can just tough that out for the ego so everybody can see me and the expectations and then snap my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I knew what the right thing to do was, but my vision was avoidant. It was clouded from the truth because I was thinking about this external piece. Who is expecting me to, or, me expecting myself. You can't lose to this person. You have to beat this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's the same thing with all pursuits. You can take things really, really far on anger fumes, on ego fumes. You can, people take stuff really far on that. People take it to 100 miles and beyond on that. People take it to things way farther than anything I've done on anger fumes, for sure.
For the intuition and gut feeling, do you always listen to it?
I do now. I do now.
Same. It always seems to lead in the right direction. And you can't really explain it.
You can't really explain it.
Can't really explain it. I don't think.
No.
And it always turns out to be better than I expected. Taking that, like, most people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that thing or run that race or do that competition or choose that life path. And you're like, but my gut's telling me to go that way.
Yes.
Yes. And I just think you have to follow it.
It's powerful.
It's never let me down.
It's never. It always serves you.
Always serves me.
It always serves you.
100% of the time.
It always.
I questioned
serves
it for a lot of part of my life in the beginning.
Yep.
But after it happens so consistently, every single time for so many years, you're like, you have to go with it.
Intuition is extremely powerful collection mechanisms and data set for you.
Yeah.
It's ancient. Before the scientific method was a kernel of an idea, the intuition as a set of sensory instruments, decision-making tools, and primal drives for behavior has been refined and sharpened and new versioned and edited and played a million times over to get us here.
Yeah.
That is likely our most accurate information source.
It's crazy. You could bring that back to running in the sense of, I told you I've never really studied how to properly train for a certain race. And after the bodybuilding show, I decided to run the San Francisco Marathon.
Sick.
The Avery. And I never did any, I didn't do any, I did one 13-miler the week before. And before that was only 3 miles. Like 3-mile treks in the morning.
Yes.
My normal route. And I just followed intuition on how to train for it, because I did train for it in the sense of that. But it was mostly to, like, lose weight.
Yeah.
But I was like, I feel like if I run these 3 miles really fast 3 times a week, a marathon will be cake.
Cake. And you did it.
And it wasn't cake, but like I didn't stop, and I ran it under 4 in sandals.
You did what you set out to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it was just, that was another validation of the gut feeling. Because the gut told me to do all those runs, just the 3 miles. Like, oh yeah, you'll be good, dude. Just plan out 3 to 4, hit this hill.
It felt right.
Felt right.
It felt right.
And it happened.
It happened.
And then looking back at it, though, I was like, I don't know what science that is. It's no science.
Well, it's
no race planner or program on the internet would say to train for a marathon like that.
like that. No.
No shot.
But it felt right.
Felt right.
Felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And you listened and you succeeded. And why do we even think run plans are the way they are anyway? Like, somebody had to first say, oh, this kind of makes sense. Some short ones during the week, some long ones during the weekend. If the math adds up like this, you're probably ready. And then a bunch of pros use it, and they're like, okay, this works. And then a bunch of coaches use it, and they're like, okay, great. And then that's what we have. No greater power said, what is the most perfect way to prepare this species for this behavior. It didn't start with that. It's like, we'll try this thing. And then, okay, boom. Now you have a model for all the things that will follow. And we tend to just add on top of that and modify that.
I don't know, like weightlifters would do studies or be observed and like certain amount of reps produce this amount of
Absolutely.
muscle growth.
Absolutely.
And XYZ.
Yes.
You know?
And all of it's great.
Like it's good to understand, basically going back to what you were saying about you kind of knew the 2 marathons were it.
The back-to-backs.
Back-to-backs. You have that idea,
Yeah.
but then you're like, that's not truly all of it.
Yeah, something's missing.
There's a good blueprint right there. Like, let's start with that.
Yeah, and I was training that way
Yeah.
for, some time then.
Yeah, but it kind of works differently for every human. Like, we could, for example, give instruction to our clients.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't give that same instruction to someone else based on a variety of factors. Right?
Totally.
So, like, this plan that we have from a coach to ourselves or this program that we're trying to follow.
Yes.
It's like, okay, we have what we're told to do, but how do we adapt that to our body, our mind,
feeling,
what we're feeling,
what you're knowing about.
Yeah.
You're the one doing it.
Yeah.
You have the best read on how's it going.
Yeah.
The data's helpful. All that stuff is helpful. The watch, the monitor, all that stuff is super helpful. And the technical scaffolds for reasoning and scientific models and all that, they all reflect truth, and they're very usable instruments. And
You say that, but I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, are you anti?
definitely not anti.
You're definitely not anti.
I'm definitely pro attributing complexity to anything.
I don't know what you mean by that.
To see this mason jar full of water. Great thing of water. Cool. Awesome. Some molecules. To instead say, interesting. Who made this? How is it made? What's that water look like in there? Are there little things living? What are the atoms doing? What's the motion? It's quivering. This is interesting. How does gravity play on fluids and their surfaces? This glass, how did this glass get here to this factory? What is all this? There are infinite stories behind
This glass of water.
this simple thing that could be maybe easily written off otherwise. I'm attributing complexity to this thing that could alternatively be viewed as quite simple in a rush or in a reductionist spirit. Listening and studying your intuition, there's something in there. It's not just a gut feeling. I had a look. Like, there's something in there. There's something very complex. And I wonder how it got there. And it's been evolving for...
Who knows?
Who knows? And it came from the organism before and before and before and the pressures before. And how do I integrate with this? This is crazy. Where is it in my brain? Is it in a place? Is it in places and in the spirit? How does it feel? There's something powerful here. Why do I have this? How do I use this? I'm attributing complexity to a set of sensations that could otherwise be viewed as simple and lizard brain and lower human and all that stuff. I think science looks at things and attributes complexity to them. Right? Science is saying, oh, there's something interesting happening here. And then there's probably a model that it follows. I'm curious about that model. In essence, it's attributing complexity to something that there's a question about. And that process always aligns with the seeking of some kind of truth. So whether the science gets it wrong or right or whatever that means, looks at it at an angle, and another angle can be true as well, whatever. Attributing complexity to things, seeing that there's something deeper than just the first look. or the first listen is a beautiful human experience that it seems aligns us with openness and goodness. And
I also think it takes the fear out of it too.
yeah,
'Cause,
demystifying
like,
things.
if you don't know, it could be better. Like, for example, I just got this Whoop again. I had it in 2019.
Okay.
And then I was just like, why do I need all these numbers? Like you said, it's overcomplicating
Yes.
fitness and health, in my
Yes.
opinion. And sleep. And now I'm paying attention to sleep. And like now that's making me not sleep.
Yes.
Way too complex. And I just got it knowing all these reasonings because I have a whole group of friends in high school who are on it. And you could see like a scoreboard gamified, like people sleeping or recovery or working out. And they just wanted me to be a part of it, like community thing.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
And I don't pay attention to it. Like I don't try to like sleep harder. I don't try to like work out harder during the day. I just continue my daily habits and routines. And I'm always like pretty high on the leaderboard. But it's not me trying. It's just like how I live my life. And the thing is like, cool, you could work hard and compete to do that, but now you're giving your fitness a crutch. If that makes sense. You're like, oh, I'm doing it for validation from other people, like you were saying,
Exactly.
right?
You get in that group, it's a comparison game.
Comparison game now.
And we seek that. It's normal.
It is beneficial to a lot of people in the sense of like, if you gamify fitness and that makes you do the thing,
Yes.
that's beneficial.
Yeah.
It is. And for me, I just don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
Like I want not to be dependent on that.
Yes.
So like I'll go throughout my whole day, do my workouts, do my whatever activities. And by the end of the day, I'll look at it and be like, oh, sick. I finished second today.
Yes.
But I wasn't trying to be first. You know, like I wasn't actively looking throughout the day. That's another notification to look at. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely agree with you on the overcomplexity.
These data instruments. Great topic. It's very trendy. It's very popular. The Whoop, the Aura,
rings.
the Aura, monitors, the watch with this stuff, the Apple Watch, the Fitbit, all that stuff.
I think Fitbit went out of business, but
Fitbit went out of business. Sorry, RIP Fitbit. Instrument analytical tools. Techie analytical tools, so like the Whoop strap, like the Aura ring. They're wonderful. They're powerful. They give a lot of insight and data that's usable, trackable, actionable. Great. Every time you have a feeling and you wonder how you're feeling, you look to the data, you choose to ignore your intuition. You make habit out of ignoring your intuition. Maybe you feel pretty good for a good training session today. You wake up, oh, you know what? Fuck yeah, I got some good motivation, good story in my head, feeling powerful. But you look at the recovery score and it says otherwise. It says you're not recovered very well. You better take a chill day today. You take a chill day today instead. So now not only are you kind of looking to something instead of your intuition, but now you're dismissing your intuition. And it's a thing in the corner. Eventually you lose touch with it and you depend on this analytical instrument that is a wonderful tool when used for good. And you've cut yourself off from your intuition. And isn't it that when you look at your data and you're doing better than you felt you were, sick. It gives me license to pull back tomorrow. I got the cookie. The machine said I'm doing well.
It's time for bed.
You limited yourself when you are surprised by the goodness of the data. Isn't it that when you see data and you're feeling pretty good and you're slower than you thought, or it's not as good as you thought, don't you kind of get down on yourself and you're like, I thought it was better than that. Like, now I'm a little demotivated. Or you got the chip, you're motivated by anger. Either way, it's dismissive of the intuition. And it leads to lesser action. You get surprised by how good it is. I have license to pull back tomorrow. Do you do less than you could have if you worked on your intuition? Data's worse than I thought. It tears me down. Wow. I'm either going to make a bad decision and do the wrong type of training out of anger after that, or I'm going to be torn down, so I'm going to pull back more. All the outcomes for my spiritual reality, when you look at the analytics, are doing less than what your intuition could have empowered you to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So while the tools are amazing, they're linked to truthful characterizations of real phenomenon. There's a whole bunch of strong science behind them. Maybe it empowers some people to get off the couch or whatever. For me, in every instance, it's going to pull me down. It's going to pull me away from my intuition habitually, and it's most likely going to amount to me moving less into that discomfort thing, doing less volume.
In terms of the direction of putting that effort, how do you determine where to put that attention to? Like, I'll give an example. Hunter runs Nomad Gym. He's the owner of Nomad Gym in Toluca Lake.
What's up, baby?
Go check out the most coolest, dopest gym in Toluca Lake.
You're going to love
Los Angeles.
how you feel when you train at the Nomad Gym. And join us, Nate and I.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's a jolly good time. Honestly, the coolest place that I've worked, bro.
Appreciate you big time.
I'm kidding.
Appreciate you. We're shaking hands.
We're shaking hands.
You just made me feel very respected and valued.
It's a special place, bro. It's a special place.
You're a special man.
Likewise, bro.
And it makes sense. It would have to be a special place if you're choosing to go there.
Hunter's floating my boat, guys.
This is real shit. You listen to the Nate Biltz podcast because it brings you value. And Nate is a powerful storyteller. And you're so courageous to be so thoughtful with your curiosity. And when you bring that to people in your life, you enrich their lives too.
Yes, sir.
This has been the Nate Biltz podcast.
Hunter's ultimate hype man, guys. But back to the attention.
Yeah, choosing where to put training.
Like, for example, you have this intuition to work on something, and you have multiple directions that you could work on it. It could be the gym. It could be the gym. You got stuff to fix in the gym.
Sure.
Right? And there's always something going on.
The light's flickering today.
Yeah.
Brr, brr, brr.
It could be like clientele. Like, you have some cold leads that you got from Google, and then you got to call them, and you got to do all these things.
Text them, email
It could be helping a coach like plan the programming for that next class. Or
Class is coming.
you could say like, I just trust you. That's cool. Teach that class.
Offload it.
Or you could go train.
Yep.
And all those things are important.
Yes.
Every single one of them.
Yes.
And they affect your life greatly. Every single one of them. How do you determine where to put that attention?
This is the meta answer. Ready?
Go.
Perhaps the training is an avoidance mechanism for other things in life.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's okay, and that's normal, and that's a flaw of obsession. Things will suffer. Things will be said no to to serve something else. And it's up to us to investigate that. And maybe, as I'm saying this, maybe I'm due for a fast on training. I train every day. I run every single day. I hang my jacket of existence on those daily runs. And I've begun to build my ego upon them. And I tell myself the story that it's so powerful and good, and nature and sunlight, and I need this for sanity and mental health, and it's good for me. Yes, it is.
I think all those things are valid as well.
All those things are true.
Yeah.
Just like I do need food to survive. All those things are real. I do need to eventually check those messages and those notifications so I can run my business. That thing is real. But perhaps I'm using it in a compulsive or ego-driven or external validation-seeking fashion. And the only way I'll know is if I investigate that idea. So can I do 3 days without running?
Without running.
Because I'm investigating this. That's a valid thing. Thinking of it for the first time here as we're discussing.
But you also could flip that and be like, you could give yourself a reasoning to continue running every single day.
Absolutely. Powerful reasons. Endless reasons.
It's a habit. And if you break that habit, it will ruin other aspects of my daily life.
Yes.
Or this and that. Or
And
not
it
ruin.
will.
Yeah.
I'll probably feel down.
Why would you suffer that then?
Why would I suffer that?
Just to experience and find out or to look into the other path that you were describing?
Yes. When you have your drives and you're brave to pursue them and your curiosities, you're very brave to pursue those things. It's a sacred birthright.
Yeah.
And it can often be that intuition leading you to things. So the act of paying attention to that and acting on it deeply with patience over time, where does it lead? Follow the adventure. That's a very holy, sacred, human birthright story. And in our obsession, we are likely to neglect things that could even serve us on that same adventure path. So,
What would an example be of that?
like maybe maybe there's a reality where if I took one day off a week on purpose
Yeah.
and spent that effort, time, energy, spirit on something else, it could serve my life in a way where my running adventure actually improves faster and better. But I need to find out. I need to find out. And in our obsessions, if you are a human, you are obsessive by nature because your ancestors and their ancestors were obsessive about the survival pursuits. That's why you're here. You are obsessive by nature. Good. There's a chance where we obsess in a way that
Is optimal and also detrimental.
could be neglectful.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And it's up to us to
Choose the obsession properly.
and be thoughtful about how we conduct the obsession. This goes back to which is apparently now the thesis of this chat. When you're feeling the thing and the questioning gets tough, it gets uncomfortable. There's this dark side. Maybe I'm obsessed and addicted to this practice. Likely we are. We all, again, we're obsessive humans. I'm going to tell myself these stories. Sorry. I'm going to tell myself stories about how good trail running is for me so that I can avoid answering that question or facing that question.
Sure.
And when I face that question, maybe what I'm doing right now is the right thing, but I have to sit and ask it. I have to seek understanding with this thing.
Or actually try the other path.
Yeah. Or just try, even if it's not trying, just listening for a second to that feeling, that idea, that question. That comes from the intuition as well. Maybe there's a better way. More isn't always better, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes more is worse. Whatever. You get the point.
I tried this on my diet recently
On the diet.
because I was so strict for so long.
So strict.
Right. And but I didn't feel amazing, if that makes sense. It was like kind of too much of a depletion for a long period of time.
Okay.
And so I went, after my show, I did the thing, I went the other way.
Yep.
I went back to drinking alcohol. I went back to like eating ice cream and chocolate cookies, pizza, all that shit. And I think I gained like 15 pounds in like a week, 2 weeks maybe.
And how brave of you to investigate this obsession for clean eating and training. How
dope.
brave of you.
And so I just went the other way and I was just like, oh, like this isn't that cool. Like I don't miss this that much.
But you sought understanding.
The temporary dopamine.
Yeah.
And so like for the next 2 weeks, I'm just eating clean again. And I'm just like, what are you doing, bro? And then obviously more calories, same quality of food.
Yeah.
More calories, same quality of food. So like
It's a little different.
little different. So I'm not eating only 75 grams of carbs a day. Like
So you did end up pulling the obsession back a little bit.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, 100%. But
There's
thing
a thing you were wondering if you were too obsessed with.
Yeah.
You were brave enough to say, I'm going to trade the shredded 8-pack for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just to investigate this question. When in that moment you could have told yourself, oh, it's actually healthier to stay this way.
Yeah.
It's healthier to stay
A lot of people
8-pack.
would say that.
Yeah, and it's truthful. Also.
Yeah.
You were brave enough to say, let me investigate this discomfort, this idea, this intuition. You did that journey. And you found data that what's best for you right now is to be much closer to that cleaner eating lifestyle. But maybe just dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
So in a very healthy way, in a very brave, scientific way, intuitive way as well.
Well, just testing yourself too.
Yeah, you just
It's like,
test
it's not
yourself.
theoretical. It's like you do the thing.
It's real.
Yeah. Like figure it out on your own.
A coach might have told you stay on the thing. The articles based on the research might have said stay on the thing. It'll be easier to stay on the thing. But you had a deeper, intuitive question, and you said to yourself, maybe the simple version would be like, oh, I'm just a punk. I'm just weak. Oh, get back on the tough path. Boom. But you attributed some complexity to these feelings. You said, maybe there's something there. I know I'm tough. I don't feel this is just weakness. Maybe there's something special in this. Maybe it's a call to find a good balance point and see what's deeper inside this. And you did exactly that.
100%.
And you found the answer. And now it's your way. And that cycle for your next show likely has put you in a trajectory where that outcome is even better than if you were to just blindly stay on the thing, interpret your intuition as you being weak, cast it aside, reductionist, stick to the thing that's in the articles. Makes sense?
Yeah.
It's powerful.
Powerful.
So it's worth questioning. It's worth fasting from food that you need for 4 days and finding out what is, okay, now in that exploration, I actually feel different about the thing.
Yeah.
It's worth looking at this 100-miler training plan, trying a couple times, doing the prescribed math, the runs during the week, quality run, little sprint thing, a chill recovery one, 2 back-to-back long ones on the weekend, and just build that up and do the math. Okay, that's great. But something inside you and your experience is telling you, I actually need to spend more time, regardless of the articles, I need to spend more time doing 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 miles. Because that's closer to the actual thing of it. If the thing is 100 miles, I need to spend more time doing what's closer to the thing. Regardless of what the math shows. Again, you can dangerously accumulate fatigue, apparently. This seemed to be other than the recommendations online. Build yourself up to maybe like 250Ks back to back. And then you can do I was doing that. Do 55Ks Sunday. And then Saturday before, 55K. 2 days back to back. Wake up, do it again.
Yeah.
It didn't get me that knowledge about the thing. So this time around, I said, okay, all the training programs are going to say what they say, but I know inside me that I need to practice
Closer to
the real thing. Instead of doing 2 back-to-back days and building those up slowly to get to like a 250Ks 2 days like that, let me start every Friday night so I can feel the Friday night sunset feelings.
more times than one.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
Every Friday night. I think I did maybe 10
10
weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Like
what
this.
was
And instead of doing a big Saturday and a big Sunday and build those up, I did a massive Friday night overnight. And then I chilled on Sunday. And each experience was like, whoa, I forgot what 50 was like. Whoa.
every time?
And then, okay, next weekend I'm doing 55. So I'm going to spend time in that zone again, that new zone where there are new feelings, new tools that are necessary, new mental experiences. And next Friday I did 55. And then next Friday I did 60. And I started that down in like the 50K zone. You know, I did 50K Friday night, learned about Friday night. 35 miles, 40 miles. Then I think it was the LA Marathon, the next one. So the homies got me to, shout out to Freddie and Steven. They got me to take the wheelbarrow and a log signed by David Goggins with them through the LA Marathon just for fun. We did that. So I did a 50K the day before in the mountains to get my training in.
Crazy.
Then the next day we did the LA Marathon with a wheelbarrow. And okay, so took that off the plan. Then it was back to it, and back to a 40 and a 45 and a 50 and a 55. And I think the peak was like a 62 or something. And I remember Allie and I volunteered at like 4 a.m. at a local race so we could get free entry and something in the future. And then finished at 6 a.m., drove back to LA, parked the car, started running, went all day, all night, watched the sunset, went all night into the middle of the night, and I got my 100K. And so then I had done weeks and weeks and weeks in a row of Friday night starts, massive efforts, way closer to the actual thing. And that got me prepared. Much better, much more comprehensively than following those math training plans that do make sense, that are good utilities. But I knew inside me, and I knew in my experience, this is the thing I need to do to get this accomplishment for the first time ever. I need to spend more time in the actual thing, not these training programs that theoretically, mathematically lead to the thing, but I need to just go do the actual thing. I need big ultra marathons every weekend to experience and learn. And that's what the training plan was like. And in that time, all week long, I'm freaking out about Friday night, right? And being in that mental state. And it really drove me to practice these behaviors around avoidance that we've been discussing. It really forced me to lock in during the week. And I knew that every moment I wanted to touch my phone and look at the notifications, every time I felt that and chose to pause it, I was making myself better at the skills I needed for 100 miles. Every time I finished an appointment and I wanted to go run and drink a coffee and sit in the bathroom or go outside and just take a breath before I cleaned up my shit, and I said no thanks to that, and I cleaned up the things first and did the communications I needed right away for that day first before I moved on to relax time, I knew I was pushing my mind in the direction that I'm going to succeed in the 100-miler. So every single behavior all day long was in service of the state of mind I needed to complete this endeavor. It wasn't like, oh, I do my day and I clock into training, I do training, I go back to my day. From the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep. And on Friday nights, that was not going to sleep, right?
Yeah.
That's running. I was looking at every behavior and questioning it. Is this me doing this because I'm avoiding what I actually should be doing or could be doing? And pausing, asking the question, and then moving in the accurate path. That was the habit I needed to finish 100 miles. So now I'm in the race, right? Oh, I feel this way. I feel parched. Let me go chug a whole bunch of plain water. Let's chill for a second. Are you just parched or what's going on? Maybe you've been breathing with your mouth open and it's just dry and you don't actually need hydration and everything's fine. How do you feel? How's your mentality? Oh, I'm pretty good. Let's move forward. Here comes the base camp. I'm tired. Should I smash a coffee? Should I take a big long nap? Oh gosh. Hold on. Are you really tired? How do you feel? Oh, I actually feel pretty good. Okay. You don't need that stuff. Move forward. My knee is hurting. Bunch of knee injuries. My knee's feeling a certain type of way. I'm only at mile 45. Can I do 55 more miles on this knee? Holy shit. Now I'm suffering from the pain I'm projecting to feel in the future.
Yeah.
And I'm stressing out. Well, if my knee feels this way now, how's it going to feel 50? There's no way I can do 50. Hold on. How's your knee feel right now? Oh, it's actually pretty good. It's nothing like what I was envisioning for the future. So I can keep moving. When the discomfort comes around, can you pause before freaking out or using a tool or a story to avoid that discomfort in the moment? Listen to it, shake hands with it, show it understanding, attribute complexity to those feelings. Maybe there's something deeper in there, some wisdom, some knowledge, some data. And when you pause and do that, you find the truth. And it's almost always better than this painful thing you were projecting for the future. Yeah. Oh, my ankle, my Achilles is acting up. I've got choices now. I have different stories I can tell about that. Oh, I must have overused it. I'm screwed for the rest of the race. Oh, crap. I have a feeling there. Wait, how bad is it? It's actually not that bad. You know what? I'm actually glad that the sensory instrumentation is alive in my ankle. This is telling me that much of the ankle is quite intact and functioning.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a pain in my ankle? Well, isn't that great that my ankle is attached and it's functioning and giving me information properly? My ankle's right there for me.
Yeah.
Oh, my knee hurts. Oh, I don't know if I can do 60 more miles on this, 40 more, however much is left. Hold on. You're imagining hurt out there and suffering from that idea. When you ask yourself, how am I doing right now? It's usually
pretty good.
Pretty good.
What was Chat GPT's role on training?
Okay, so we talk about story.
Yeah.
Okay, story is it's a way to deal with our sensations. Right? The things that are real that you can say for real. Like, okay, you're seeing right now, you're smelling, you're tasting, you're hearing, you're feeling, your intuition, all that stuff. That's all you got. Everything about what those things mean or how they should be responded to is a story. Mm-hmm. Somebody pulls in front of me in traffic. Skirt. Oh, they're just a jerk. Don't they know they're going to hurt me? They're putting my safety in jeopardy so they can get somewhere extra 20 seconds? That's a story to explain this reality that you just sensed. That's a choice, and you suffer from that. Isn't that uncomfortable? Okay, now somebody pulls in front of you. Skirt. They're probably in a serious hurry. They're probably really uncomfortable that they'd be willing to do a maneuver like that and put other people at risk and not even pay attention to it to get somewhere. Whoa, maybe there's some suffering and pain there in front of me. Oh, I feel for this person. I'm going to give them extra space and extra time. And in the process, I'll keep myself safer. And doesn't that sound like a way happier assumption?
Way happier way of being.
Yeah. And also, I just improve the safety of everyone my immediate environment.
You. Yeah.
That person, that who's behind me, myself. With it's the same reality. I got pulled, skirt, somebody went in front. Got cut off. The story we choose to explain that experience
is important.
Is all of our meaning. It's all of our meaning. You just heard, we talked about the stories we put around our knee and our ankle. My knee hurts a little. I'm feeling something on the knee. Is that my flappy meniscus about to grind itself into a weird place and then I'm locked? Oh my gosh, if this is feeling this way now, oh, I'm screwed. I can't survive this thing. That's a story. Yeah. I'm choosing to put meaning on a sensation. All I know that's real is a sensation. All that other stuff I just described on top of it is a chosen story that I've put on top of those feelings to explain those feelings. Another way to explain those feelings is I'm getting information, sensory information from my knee. Thank you, knee. You're so kind to communicate with me. You're clearly intact in a way that allows information transfer. Wow, my knee's cooking, baby. This knee is on top of stuff. Let's go. I'm so grateful I'm feeling this slight discomfort in my knee because it lets me know the knee is there and it's online and it's ready to work and it's at work. Let's go. Same reality, a knee sensation, two separate stories. It means I'm screwed. Start planning for failure. Start worrying. The other story, how nice is it to feel something? How lucky am I to have a body that gives me this feedback?
Sure.
What a beautiful design this knee is and all of the neurology around it and my brain to communicate with it just like so. I'm equipped to move forward in this adventure. Two separate stories, right? You kick a rock on the trail, especially with your sandals on. Boom. motherfucker. Blood pouring out of your toe. Oh, it hurts. Kind of got you stumbling for a little bit. Screw you, trail. Why am I out here doing this? This is stupid. Why didn't I see that? I'm a shitty runner. Now I'm not going to finish this thing because I just stubbed my toe. Now I'm going to be running weird and compensating weird. And, oh, darn.
Oh, darn.
A sensory experience. How bad was that pain on the foot? It kind of hurts for a bit, but it's not that bad. The story I'm suffering, the story I chose, that's where the suffering's coming from. Okay, I learned to choose a different story while I'm training solo in the mountains, and I have to make it home or else. I kick a rock. Boom. Same blood. Same hobble. Wow. You know what? My mind was wandering before I hit that rock. I was focused on frivolous things. How generous of the trail to give me some help, to bring me back to this presence, to bring me back to the practice, the moment.
Immediate rewire.
Wow. Trail, you're actually looking out for me. You're here keeping me focused so I can remain safe and diligent and present. How generous of you, Trail. Who put this trail here? How generous are you, universe, to give me this opportunity, to give me this health and this machine that I can drive on this thing with such privilege, to have something as small as a little pebble, a little rock to kick, to be so integrated with my existence that that's what it takes to bring me back to this beautiful gift of a moment and this privilege of this practice. Wow. Which one sounds like it's going to drive me more towards my goals?
So ChatGPT helped you rewrite better stories for you?
ChatGPT knows all of the human writings. And in this pursuit of endurance, it seems that, I'm not tough enough to do this. I'm not man enough to do this. I don't have the body for this, whatever. Screw all that. Life is kind of fun and easy in this middle-class, modern American 2025 that I'm in.
If you tell the right story.
But that's just for a blip of human history. My ancestors and their ancestors and their ancestors and their ancestors, they were selected. The toughest, the smartest, the best at communicating and collaborating with the tribe, the toughest, the strongest, the fastest, the most enduring, again and again and again and again and again. And you and I are the product of that. This blip of modern comfort is literally a blip in the life of our species and beyond. So, yeah, I might feel comfortable on the couch with the lights and the AC and the cold beverage from the fridge and the ability to turn the AC up and down and the notifications. But that's just me training myself right now in this lifetime. What I'm made of to the core is the product of that extreme selection for toughness, intelligence, social collaboration, love, power, strength, endurance, discipline, respect, calmness. That's what we're the product of. That's a powerful story. When I think that, I know I can do ultra endurance feats. When I think that, I know I have the vessel and the capacity physically, mentally, spiritually to embody those traits that we just mentioned.
So did you ask Chat for all these stories of past people?
Chat has read the ancient texts that we have access to right now in 2025.
Sure.
And it can help with ancient stories that will empower your belief in the thing that you've been given by all that selection and evolution. If you read the ancient texts, or you get a summary from ChatGPT.
Which one would you refer it to or ask it to analyze?
Well, I thought about it. I could speak about the specific ancient books and the things that I have heritage in. And it's kind of useless. honestly, because you're human, I'm human. The stories we tell ourselves about our proximal heritage represent a blip in human time.
Okay.
So for most of human time, we're much more related than the modern stories we tell ourselves about migration there, these events, these cataclysms. Those are all very proximal to our current status as humans with heritage. It seems perhaps quite useful to think of the heritage from the beginning as your heritage, the heritage from the beginning as my heritage. So then any preserved wisdom that we have access to can be yours, can be integrated inside you, whether you had ancestors were of that specific religion or tribe or not.
Yeah.
Because we realize that all of those are likely distillations across even more millennia or beyond from even older stories that were passed and told and interpretations. So any ancient wisdom that you could get your hands on is a piece of human experience and wisdom. And aren't you a human? Aren't I a human? I don't care where my grandfather's grandfather came from. I do care. It's cool. But the stories about who we've been selected down from go back to the beginning. So we can connect with that. Any piece of human history and wisdom.
So what are some of those historical moments that helped benefit you in your journey to complete the race?
It's true in several of the available ancient texts about how to live life that there is a character or several characters who follow some greater call to adventure with their intuition and their curiosity and their openness and their bravery. And there is an ultra endurance effort that goes about. And there's a transformation and a connection with existence and truth and the world and nature, whatever you want to label it, that gets fostered through that story. And isn't that a how-to guide? Isn't that an ancient self-development text? Aren't you to look inside for your curiosities, be brave enough to go investigate them and be a beginner at something that might be strange to you, like running was to me, and peer into it? And when it feels deserving of being peered into, you stick with that and you do the practice and you do the listening and the failing and the reiteration and whatever medal gets handed to you at the show or at the end of the race or whatever place you are in the thing, in the pursuit of that goal, that curiosity, you become something bigger. You become a strong, more truth-oriented version of yourself that's more prepared to give understanding to others in the car that cut you off, serve people and things around you. Isn't it that way?
100%. What was the ultimate feeling when you did it? When you completed this massive goal that you spent 5-6 years preparing for?
How are we on time, by the way? It feels like we've been going.
We got like 30 more minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's 6:50.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
I hope the advertisement I placed for you was...
That was great.
Okay,
was great.
of value. If nothing
super
else
valuable.
I say today is of value, at least that will be
It's
of
super
value to
valuable.
you. Okay.
Everything was valuable.
The race was a wild ride. I learned so much in training, solo training specifically. That's another thing we could maybe talk about at a different time, kind of integrating with others.
Yeah.
How to use your tribe, your friends in specific race environment, pacers, all that type of stuff. People at the aid stations, other runners. Well, I knew comparison. okay, the things in the solo training, how to tell a positive story about interacting with the trail, as we discussed, how to tell a positive story about feelings of discomfort around the physical body, how to tell stories that uplift about sensations in the mental, in the spirit, in the tiredness, in the fatigue, all that stuff, the gear, the miles, all those things, very powerful. The self-reliance, the accountability taking, extreme habitual accountability taking that you have no choice but to do when you're solo in the Angeles forest with no service at 3 a.m. and it's mile 42. And
do you get scared at all, by the way? Because I'll look at some stories after you do the thing and like it's foggy as fuck.
Yes.
It's 4 a.m.
Yes.
Whatever. You actually get scared.
it's very scary.
Okay.
And that's the discomfort we're talking about.
Yeah, but there's like a chance that something comes out at you, bro. People are worried about you in these mountains with no service.
Yes. Okay, so quick aside then.
Yeah.
Things that come out at you. Animals?
Sure.
Okay. This is a story we've been told
It doesn't
in modern
happen very
times.
often.
People get hurt.
Yeah.
People get killed. People have terrible run-ins with wildlife. It does happen. And those are the stories that make the news, that make the movies, that make the bonfire chats,
That make people afraid of bees.
that make people afraid of bees. We'll get to that. And I don't know, the first time I saw a mountain lion, lucky enough to have seen a few times, something in the intuition, staring it in the eyes, staring back, the way it moves, the way I move, something in the intuition says, show each other understanding, and something good might come out of this. And you give it the space. It knows you're there. You show it with your presence that it's understood. You're there. I'm there. We both see each other as well. I'm on your land. You're hunting here. I'm going to pass through peacefully if you show me I'm allowed to. You have the time. I'm not going to freak out, run the other way. Oh my God, this thing's going to get me. We're there calmly together, giving it the agency. Something just felt right about it. And the thing passed and watched us go. And we watched it as we walked carefully. A spiritual bow. This is your place. Thank you so much for letting me pass safely. And we good. And then the bear and the other bears and the rattlesnakes and the tarantulas waking up, tarantula crawling on the bag next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is your spot. Peaceful calm for you. You're so nice to be on my bag and not have bitten me in my sleep. How generous of you. You are clearly an understanding, considerate creature. I'll show you the understanding and consideration as well. Let me gently coax you off my bag, not as to hurt you or startle you with my pole. And we Gucci. Mutual respect. It's all good. You show it empathy. Everything's peaceful.
I haven't seen a rattlesnake attack like on anybody, like in person. You see all the crazy ones online.
Yep. They say, and what are those crazy ones online?
I almost stepped on one last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, I jumped.
Ooh. Now, accidents do happen. Let's say you didn't see it for some reason and you do stomp on it and whatever's happening.
Yeah.
It might get you.
Yeah.
Rare situation.
I missed it by like a couple inches. It's crazy.
You're lucky.
I was going down quick. I was
Flying.
like, whoa.
So, same thing with the rattlesnake.
Yeah.
You see it. When you see it, it's clear that it's to be seen, right? Because most of the time it's out there in the stuff.
Yeah.
Perfectly
I've never
camouflaged.
seen one out at night, bro.
It's so hot, so they come out at night right now.
Yeah, that was crazy.
When it's out, it smells you.
Yeah.
It feels the vibrations.
Yeah.
It knows, right? Okay, so like no playing games, like you can get a sneaky on it. So you show it respect, understanding, slow down, space. Which way would you like to go, my friend? And they don't rattle at you. Okay, here comes another group of people while you're giving it respect, and they wanna
Fuck with it.
They want to fuck with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And they're all yelling, wow, Jimmy, did you see the rattlesnake? Wow. And then more people. And then they're all doing the motions. And oh my God. And then it rattles. Then it coils up. Then, whoa. Then it starts doing the thing. They didn't show it respect and understanding, treating it like a Disney toy. You know, they don't see that there's a complex being there.
Yeah.
Their simplicity, they're reducing it. You might be inclined to attribute complexity to this thing. It's got a whole life, an upbringing, a story, a mood right now. Who knows what it's eaten, what it's going to eat next? How's the weather for it? What traumas has it seen?
100%.
When you do that for everything, for the rock on the trail, for your hunger pains, for your anxiety and discomfort, for the snake, for the bear, for a friend, for the person cutting in front of you in traffic, when you think for a moment, something complex is happening there. Let's give it understanding and wonder. It always eases the discomfort. It always builds the connection. It always leads to a more peaceful, healthy outcome for you and the rattlesnake.
Yeah.
That's the way, man.
So circling back around, did you get any validation or satisfaction from completing this goal?
I do all the solo training. I get all the right lessons from the universe, from the thing, from doing it my way, intuitively. Then you get to the race. Okay, it's a whole new thing. Now we're integrating to this big social thing.
Event.
Hundreds of people, aid stations, cowbells in your face, lights in your face. This thing about you're going to win a buckle if you complete. All types of wild shit going on. They had live music one of the nights as you run through the base camp. A full band, people getting drunk. How do you play with that?
Yeah.
How do you interface with that? And then because it's a loop race, like many ultras are, 2 different 10-mile loops. So you do 10 miles, 20 miles, 30 miles, each time coming back to this base camp. You interact with other runners all over the place. And I knew from my failed first attempt that when you compare, it always leads to feeling lesser. It always leads to an emotional gotcha. It's like dropping the baseline of awareness and dopamine. When you compare, if you feel better in the comparison, back to the ego. You might do something stupid.
Yeah.
Yep. You're out of the experience. You compare. You're doing worse than someone. Oh, I'm never going to catch up with these people.
Yeah.
Why am I so down here? I don't even belong in this group. What am I doing at this race? I'm trash. These people are so far ahead of me. What am I even doing, man? I'm worthless. Comparison, either way, just like with the analytical instruments. It's a step away from your intuition about how you're doing, and it's going to bring you down. It's either going to bring you into the ego if you're doing better than somebody else, and you're away from the actual thing, or it's going to bring you down because you're doing worse than somebody else. And it's going to take away your mojo. So I knew from that first attempt, the second I started comparing, I felt those feelings. Oh, shit. It's tearing me down. I came back the second year. I can't. I refuse to compare. I refuse to compare to others. I'm out. Boom, it's going. Boom, 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 boom. Well, step 1 of refusing to compare was starting and dead last intentionally. The gun goes, bah, everybody's excited. They get on that run. Woo, let's get into it. I know I'm going to be here for 2 days. Why rush?
Yeah.
Okay. Dead last. Getting all the way back, walk it through the start line. Once people give me some space, start a little jog. Feels good. Okay. I'm here. It was peaceful. It was relieving. And it freed me from the initial comparison rat race. And I could live the thing instead of this thing that wasn't even what's inside. They're getting away from me. I want to run towards them. What is that? That's me playing the ego. what's really there? What is that sensation really? Oh, I'm actually just nervous about being behind. Does it matter right now? Nah, this is what I'm doing. Slow down. So I won. Great. Okay, going through the race now. Boom, boom, boom. The miles get later and later. The sun falls. The sun comes up again. The sun falls again. People start asking, oh, bro, as you pass them or they pass you or you see them at an aid station, what lap you on? What lap you on, man? And you can see them sitting and wondering, where do I place myself on the comparison chart? I need to know. My ego needs to know. This is where my self-worth is coming from, where I sit in the hierarchy. It was like a dark hole. What lap you on, bro? Hey, bro, what lap you on? And every single time I had some kind of, well, we're sure out here working, aren't we? Well, I'm deep in the miles somewhere. Well, I kind of forgot. I'm just busy working. I had a response like that every single time.
Every single time.
With discipline. I was ready. It was a choice.
Yeah.
Predetermined. And it's funny, I felt great. And you know what?
They felt great.
Every time they laughed.
Yeah.
Whatever person it was, whatever state they were in, they laughed.
Yeah.
For them, it was a relief from the comparison as well. They go up in spirit. I go up in spirit. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
We get further together.
Yeah.
I mean, we're comparing to wonder where we are in that race, right? But when we avoid comparing and connect, everybody gets to the race better.
Yeah.
It's so simple. It's so beautiful, and that nobody suffers. So I did that, and I won over and over and over again with that. And it became it became like a...
You changed the rules of the game.
It's a new story.
Yeah.
Same event. I'm telling a new story. This isn't a race. This is a journey. Bunch of people are out there. Let's connect. When we connect, we thrive. Boom. It's not a race. It's a journey. So I won that over and over. Boom, 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 boom. Then, okay, it's starting to get to the point where I believe I can finish. It's around mile 80. Ooh. Yeah, I feel pretty good. I kept playing that game from the mountains. Well, I'm worried about 100, but how do I really feel? I feel really good. I can keep taking steps. And I'm at mile 80 now, middle of the night. I feel great. I'm doing this. I believe now. I did all the stuff. I have the right feelings. I played the feelings the right way. I avoided the comparison game. I did it. I'm surely healthy enough to finish 20 more miles when I feel this great. I'm way ahead of schedule on the cutoffs. Pooh, I got this. Feeling good.
Great.
I get to the aid station. 6 motherfuckers in lawn chairs around the fire. I could see the suffering. I could see the discomfort avoidance. And I'm better than these guys. Ha! I feel good. Put myself back on the comparison hierarchy. I let myself compare to them. Walking in, I'm ready to just fill my fluids and go while y'all sitting there. I'm lapping y'all. One guy says, what lap you on? I got pulled into it. I said, I'm on mile 80, bro. He's like, whoa, I don't know how you got past us. We're just in, we're about to make it to 70. Again, I started dead last.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are real runners, right? Yeah. I'm just a hobbyist.
No,
I somehow got a whole cycle of 10 ahead of these people.
Yeah.
Damn, now I'm feeling big ego man. Boom, now I'm feeling cocky. Damn, I'm ahead of these guys. Let's go. See y'all. Enjoy the sit by the fire, you punks. And I start going. And I'm riding this ego high. And what happens? Out of nowhere, I start spinning anxiety. Oh shit, like I might trip. I could still get injured. I got 20 miles of mountains to go. I'm 80 deep. My body and mind are 80. Something might happen. I start getting reckless with my movements. Whoa, I'm in freak out. All of a sudden, I went from an ego win to now being the most afraid I've been the whole event. I might trip up. I could still snap my Achilles again. I could still bust my meniscus again. I might fall and not see something. I'm not tuned in, man. Holy shit. It ruined me. Even though I won the comparison game, the act of comparing took me so far out of the event that I started to suffer.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So I pulled my shit back in. I was grateful to do that. I did the mistake, but I pulled on my memories of all the times I won and avoided the comparison. I was like, just get out of that, bro. Dial it back in. And it was the right thing not to compare, to run my race. Don't even talk about it. And when I had the discipline to have a funny remark that was something of connection instead of disconnection, everybody won. I won and they won. The moment I jumped in the comparison game, knowing I was winning and ahead, it brought me into anxiety, fear, stress, pain.
What was the feeling when you finished it?
So I get to finish that lap, come back to home base for the 90 mark.
Yeah.
Starting the final lap. And my buddy Steven was getting ready to come out. Yeah, he wanted to share that moment with me and support me to make sure I got to the final finish line. What a generous person to think about that. And it's kind of nighttime and everybody's kind of asleep and he's like sort of getting ready. I don't know. And I just knew in my intuition, I got to get back on the journey. I'm out. I love you for wanting to be there with me, but the night told me I need to experience this one solo. I have to, there's more that the trail is ready to say, especially after that comparison moment where I got checked. There's more to tune into now that I've seen it a little deeper, and it deserves my eyes without being distracted by a fun social moment. So I go solo, and it's the middle of the night, and it's coming up on 2 a.m. or whatever, 1 a.m. and of night 2 on this 100 miler. So people are asleep in their tents and their RVs. Okay, I go, and nobody's out. I don't see another headlamp. I get to the first aid station. They're all asleep in the cars. It's night 2 for them. They're nice to volunteer, but like 2 nights, come on. Like, you gotta take a break. All the stuff is out. Nobody's there. I'm like, oh, this is strange. Nobody here to see me as I do my triumphant last lap. Okay, I just get my stuff and keep going. Go on the mountains. No other headlamps, nobody. I don't know if people finished already or they're taking a long nap or it's just a right. Get to the second aid station. Nobody in the lawn chairs. Nobody serving coffee. Nobody serving snacks. Everybody's in the tents. Okay, nobody to see me. This is wild. This is wild.
That's crazy, bro.
Now I'm thinking like, oh, well, I get to my tent right before the finish line. You remember how it's placed. Our camping spot was probably 1/8 of a mile from the finish line. So I'm going to pass my camp before I go to the final finish. And I'm like, well, other runners aren't seeing me. Aid station people aren't cheering me on. My homies, though, they're right before the finish. Maybe we can all run through together. All my pacers who were there, who were so nice. And this is going to be amazing. My buddies are going to see me and my efforts will be validated. And I'm really there for my friends, the people I care about, to really see it, you know? And I go and I get to the tent and everybody's asleep. They were out there for 2 days for me. They deserve to sleep and not be disturbed. And I'm like, all right, I guess just me and the officials at the finish line are going to see my triumphant accomplishment. And I'll get the external validation from them. And I run through by myself, 99 point whatever. And the camp is silent. Everybody's asleep and tense. I go to the finish line. Bloop. I get the little blip from the electronic counter with no external validation.
What was that like?
I knew in that last eighth of a mile, I've always been here to explore myself. And I've always been in the mountains by myself. And I've always taken accountability for everything that's happening. And I'm always the one in my head telling the stories about the trail being generous and my knees being equipped and my heritage of the ancients and the ancients selected from toughness and intelligence and collaboration and spirit. And the only person that needs to see and understand is me.
How does one focus on that aspect? Because I feel like there's so many people who do the thing because of the external validation. I
am that person. But I was put in a situation without that. And I felt it. And I saw. And in the solo training as well. Because there are only so many times my tough friends are going to say yes to meeting me at midnight, 1 a.m., 6 a.m. During my ultra effort, bringing supplies. Only so like
not every time, definitely not.
It, like
maybe one out every 10 times.
How crazy is it even to have friends who have the capacity
to do that?
Whose 40% is within the workings of all that craziness.
Super cool.
I'm blessed, man.
Yeah.
I love you and I love the homies. That's a wild privilege.
Crazy.
But most of the suffering,
yeah,
I'm by myself up there. So in the solo pursuit, that's where I find the intrinsic value in the thing, that the wisdom is in the thing. I'm by myself. What's there? Me and my storytelling and the experience. I don't talk to a coach who's there to validate my feelings. Just me and my intuition and the experience. I don't have a strap on or, sorry, I don't have a Whoop strap on or a Apple Watch to tell me how I'm doing. What's left? Just me and my intuition and my ideas and my story and my sensations. Doing that over and 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 over. Pretty soon you're just doing the thing to be in the thing, to be in your intuition, to be in your heritage of these traits. The land is there to validate you. The sky will validate you. Your lived experience is the validation.
It's also not just validation for the land and the mountain and the experience, because it also will never forgive you. It's not very forgiving either.
It isn't.
That mountain's always going to be hard.
Yes.
Every single time that I do it, it's still difficult.
It's every time.
Every single time.
Yes.
It's not going to be easier.
And how generous of that mountain to stand there, unafraid, for you, consistent, strong, welcoming, open, anytime, any way, any instance. How generous is that mountain to be there for you, to welcome you?
Crazy.
To give you the opportunity to build yourself and to understand yourself and to understand things.
Yeah.
Yes. All challenges are that mountain. How generous of life to give us things to trip on, to bring us back to the present and the focus. How generous of life to give us challenging mountains to climb, upon which we build ourselves into something bigger. How generous of life to put challenging people in front of us who need to be shown understanding. So we can exit the comparison game and connect and win together. What a beautiful ultra marathon we're all running.
Yeah. Why did this inspire you to make your own? Even more so because everything is solo for that one, this upcoming one?
Despite all this growth, it still was an event on a website with a public-facing records bureau and an official and a timer chip and sponsors, and you're seeking their approval and validation. What happens when that's gone? What does 100% look like when that's gone? And you can probably predict from all this philosophical attempts to speak that we're doing that I might say maybe 100% is even bigger when we strip away the external validation seeking elements.
Yeah. Is it going to be as far as, do you have a goal?
It'll be further than 100.
Okay.
Not a ton. The route is like looking like a 120.
Okay.
And the goal is to make it as much about the thing as possible. You know, I have fun wearing this fun shirt and I'll tag the brand and when I'm running with it. And what the hell is that? You know, am I just doing it because of that?
Yeah.
The commercial potential or being a part of some
Bigger
design
community design,
yeah. Okay, I can't wear any branded anything for this next experience. You know, I won the belt buckle at the 100. There will be no reward. I interfaced with tons of runners and they clapped me on. There will be nobody. I'll be alone in the mountains. It was fun to eat the foods at the aid station. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure all that out.
Yeah.
I paid an organization to be there to provide safety and stuff. That's not going to be there for this. I have to depend on my own tribe, my own real friends. And hopefully I've deposited enough good vibes in acts of service that I can coordinate and ask for these favors
100%.
from my friends.
Yeah.
That is a human endeavor as well.
Yes, sir.
This connection, this tribe interdependence, this being of service so that you can be served when necessary. This is the mission. This is the new mission. So the next event will be something massive, a route that I've created by combining my favorite mountains across the greater LA area, from the Angeles Forest to the water. And I'll strip away as many elements of external validation as possible. I'll strip away as many elements of modern, mass manufactured, child labor exploiting tools as possible. I will use only my own friend group and community as the teamwork squad. And I will do it with my intuition and experience, not with the use of any navigational software like Google Maps or AllTrails or whatever. And for now, that's
Did you figure out the Strava stuff yet?
the Strava stuff.
Like, you still want the route on to be tracked and stuff?
Yes. So
I know how to do it.
we want to share this, right? So it's
Yeah.
going to be a balance of like, okay, I'm going to have to use modern tools to capture some video and to prove that it's a grand distance
Yeah.
to track. So I will probably have Strava on.
Phone on you or no?
I'll probably have the phone on me, counting the stuff.
There's certain watches that you don't need to have a phone on you if you
For sure.
want. There's that too.
There's that. And I could just throw it in the backpack.
Yeah,
Yeah. That would be great.
there is that.
And it's nice to, since coordinating will be done, some kind of digital communication would be quite helpful.
Yeah.
Realizing that isn't a moment of stripping away
Yeah, no.
the things. But, let's be realistic for this step. And then who knows what happens beyond. Maybe there's a fasted version where I don't even need to seek available nutrition.
God damn.
Maybe there's a version along a
there's-
river path where I can only consume the hydration from the river. You see where this goes,
Yeah.
right? The seek for the realness, the seek for the human experience, the seeking to strip away all the elements that help us avoid the truth that's there and experience. And then somehow doing that in a way where it is shareable and you can inspire your friends and your family with that and maybe some onlookers and integrate it with modern society as a statement, as a thought experiment. Publish the science, right?
It's also just so difficult, bro, that most people will never experience that. Even what you just did too. Like we talked about this earlier today, and I saw a stat about less than 1% of males in the U.S. or people in general could like bench press 225, and the amount of people who could bench press 225 is way more than the people who've run 100 miles.
225 is hard though. 225 is difficult.
It's difficult,
yes.
right? So
Yeah.
if you just all the things that you're saying and this experience that you're having, it's hard for a lot of people to relate to.
Yes.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you about it. Do you understand?
I do.
And
I understand because I am that person. There was a me very not too far in the past that hadn't had this.
100%.
And I think you said this many times or alluded at this in this conversation that the only way to get to be that person is to do the thing.
Yeah.
Is to be in the thing. Is to go do it.
Yeah.
So we can describe it all day and talk about it all day and characterize it with articles on Outside Magazine and research about endurance training and which sports fuel and which mix and how many milligrams per hour. But that's all things about the thing. We've got the thing right there.
That we got to do and focus on.
And you know what step one is. Everybody knows. You know whatever the thing is you want to do. You know there's an action you can do right now.
That'll get you closer to that.
That will move you on that direction. Absolutely. And you can find zero cost versions and immediate versions and without needing any new thing that you can just do now. Even if it's like we spoke about, me avoiding my notifications when I had the urge to was me on the path toward ultra endurance.
Wow. It's right in front of you.
It's right in front of you. And in your intuition, you know what to do. You know what to do. Your ancestors did it. They progressed. They aimed upward. And theirs and theirs and theirs. And you are the product of all that decision making. It's powerful. You are the supercar of supercars.
You just have to listen.
You just have to listen. It's in there.
It's in there.
The stories are in you. The data is in you. Listen. Take a moment away from the stuff about the stuff and move in the stuff. My first step was running the 2 miles, right? I knew I could read articles about ultraing all day, but something said, go take the steps. And that's the only route to the thing.
Yeah. And it can be related into anything.
It is everything.
It's everything.
It's all that thing.
It's all that thing.
It's all that thing.
From business.
Yes.
To fitness.
Yes.
To running.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes. And you'll do it. And you'll do it obsessively. Because you're an obsessive human. And you'll also be brave enough, momentarily, periodically in your obsessions, to fast and see what's there and learn from it and go back to the thing.
I got to do a goddamn 4-day fast now.
Love you, man.
Love you, bro. Everyone, Hunter Seide, where can they find the gym? Where can they find you, sir?
You will love visiting the Nomad Gym in Toluca Lake. And, of course, you can find us on Instagram, Nomad Active and HJS Active.
Bang, bang. Go check it out, guys.
Let's go, baby.
And we'll have Hunter back on when he does his solo 100.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The wild way.
Peace, guys. If you made it this far, thank you so much for tuning back into the Nate Biltz podcast. If you received any value out of this episode with Mr. Hunter, please take the time to like and subscribe. My goal is to have conversations with the highest performers across entertainment, business, fitness, and art to inspire and help you get better today. Pressing that like and subscribe button will help me do just that. And if you'd like to support the show, please check the description below. Thank you. I appreciate it more than you know, and we'll see you in the next one.